Alrighty, folks. I'm going to let you know right from the outset as we get going here on the Saluda and Red Marble. We are definitely going to be contending with some lag. So we need to be aware of that, and hopefully we'll make that work out and worthwhile. But I do want to warn you ahead of time that yes, in fact, we are contending with some lag. There are so many cars. In fact, here, I'll fly over and show you. There are so many cars here in Bryson. We have the cars here. We have the cars over here. There are so many cars. And as a result of me being a client, we're going to be contending with that pretty much from the outset here. I'm going to be running one of the passenger trains. I'm going to be running the eastbound passenger train. So here's the number 8, my trusty steed. And we're going to see what happens. But again, until we get out of town here, we are definitely going to have a bit of an issue. Dealing with stuff. So don't be surprised. Please don't be surprised. Also, I do apologize for the title mix-up in the announcement. I thought I changed it, and then it turns out I didn't. So, sorry about that. And look, who we got here? We have the 1996, a Burke, moving on out here. But this is the modded map. This is the Saluda and Red Marble. This is the modded save that we're testing all the mods out on. So we got some friends here playing today. We got Angry, JSJ, Flanagan, Tim383. We're going to be having some fun here today. And hopefully you all at home enjoy. But once again, I will say, be aware, there will be lag. So, yep, we're going to have some lag here. If you want to watch Angry stream, I understand. Angry is going to be streaming here with us today. So, if you want to watch his stream, I don't blame you. I highly recommend his content. But if you want to stay here as well, I will greatly appreciate your support.
So in here tonight, we have JSJ Inc.
Hello.
We have M.R. Flanagan, Mr. Flanagan.
Present and accounted for.
We have Midland 1072 Productions.
I'm in a choo-choo.
And then from Midland's community, I believe, we have Tim's 3630 or 3663. So welcome, Tim.
Hello. And the
Plague
numbers are
Doctor.
separate.
Oh, my apologies. So we got Tim here. Plague Doctor will be joining us here. And basically the current goal is get the trains out of Bryson.
Yeah.
So the frames can recover.
We need more frames. More frames are needed.
Yeah, the frames are not good at the moment. So I'm getting number 20, which is our switcher for Bryson. And it seems like
westbound passenger is on the move.
all right, westbound passenger is on the move. Let's watch that get out of here.
Yep.
And for those who are wondering, this is not a binning save. This is not a let's make it crash all the time. We're playing this seriously like a real railroad. So we're looking forward to having a realistic operations night. So there goes the westbound passenger on the Saluda and Red Marble. Add like 2 frames a second.
Can confirm.
Frames.
Yeah.
And,
It's a bit of a slideshow.
All right. Engine 8 for eastbound passenger requesting permission to occupy main track number 1.
Permission is granted.
Thank you.
Alrighty. So I'm going to hop in number 20 while we're waiting for them to start getting out of here. We're going to get the passenger trains out first. Then we're going to have the freights go. So we have currently an eastbound freight, a westbound freight, and then a lot of trains that need to be made up tonight. So I'm going to be busy as the switcher. It would be nice if I could click the locomotive I'm in. It would be really nice if I could click the locomotive that I'm in.
It'd be great. Try control clicking on the map. That may help you out a little bit.
Oh, maybe that does it.
Like if you click
Indeed,
on
it
the
does.
icon.
Okay.
Doesn't help that the controls are lagging as well. However.
Yep. So, yep, as I said, this is a serious save, so we care about signals, we care about switches, we care about, if there's a random flare down somewhere, we will stop, because we don't know whether that means that someone forgot something or whether that was actually put on there for a reason. Let me catch up a quick moment here on some of the chat. Looks like everybody and their mother just kind of exploded on here. Mean Metal Mike, hello. Knight Rider, trains. Yes, trains indeed. John Rhodes, 10.5 hours from when Carl first pinged the stream finally starts. Yes. Katie Martin, Chesapeake in Ohio, H6 coming to the game. Yes, we are looking forward to that whenever it is publicly released. And ZVK, you chose to come to this instead of your pinball tournament. Well, we appreciate that. We'll just hope that this stream is then balls to the wall. Exciting.
I'm glad everybody's watching you, Angry, because I have like 2 viewers, so I guess they're getting the prime switching content.
Midland is simul streaming, so make sure to go check out Midland stream. Have them both up. Just mute one of us, and you'll see both sides. So he's doing the eastbound.
Yep, eastbound
passenger. So that's just running between Bryson and Silva and back.
And Engine 8 will be making a request to the yard switcher. Would it be easier for you to retrieve the coaches?
Well, let me get out of the engine house first.
Okay.
And I will be able to probably assist you with that. And, all right, let's get out of here.
Then.
Okay, let's get this released. Yeah, I can go and grab your cars for you.
That would just help me out a little bit, because trying to get them out of here without having a run around track is going to be fun.
Yep. And Joseph Sloan, who looks like a new person, welcome. How do we join? So currently the game is open for those who are either members of the support group for Midland or for those of the Banana Train or higher level on my Discord in my channel here. We do still have a handful of slots open. We will do our best if people sign up last minute to join, but just because of how it is now, we may not have that ability since we've already begun. And people have already claimed several engines. I cannot turn this up. There it goes. Maybe.
Yep. All right. Engine
Okay.
8 stopped at the platform. And hello,
Um,
Joshua 31301. I'm just going to call you Josh because that's a long name. How you doing?
Yep.
And you're here from Angry Stream. Nice. Well, welcome. Welcome to the Midland side of things, where we'll be running a fast passenger train in a very controlled and safe manner.
Yes. Oh God, the frames.
Or lack thereof.
Yes. It's going to be so much nicer when all these trains are out. Okay.
Okay.
Let's get past this switch.
And there's your choo-choo. Okay.
Okay. So I will go and grab your cars for you.
That would be appreciated. DRP's here. Welcome, DRP. Got to get the frames. Exactly.
Yes. And for those who are wondering, is it normally this stuttery? No. With the mods on, it's actually quite fluid. However, just because of the number of items that are physically in this yard, is why there's currently like 5 frames or less. Let's see. Joshua, someone's got to send the frames. Absolutely.
Yep.
ZVK Studios, someone's going to get unintentionally bent tonight. We actually are pretty well in contact with each other, so
Yeah.
we're going to be making sure that we can avoid that at all costs. Accidents can happen,
Agree.
but we're not planning on that.
Yeah.
Angry.
Yes.
Might I help your situation? Tim, get hooked onto your train and get out of here.
That might
Yeah,
help,
the Waybills are being stubborn and refusing to load. It's weird.
So just hop over one track, that white hopper that's right there. That's your train, and then you can head out of here.
All right, the hopper. Yeah, okay. It's the left one from the main track. I should. Now I'm lined for it.
I think I'm going to be doing like 4 runs to Birdstown. This is insane.
At least.
I think you need to be on the next track over, Tim's.
Yeah, no, Tim's, you're the next track over.
Not the one I'm lined for.
No, you're
Correct,
On,
you
you're
are not lined
you'll
on
be
the right
track
train.
2. Yeah, you needed to be on track 2 there.
Switches are lined head forward there.
All right, so
Your switch is lined ahead of you. Go ahead and cross over, and then back on to track 2.
all right. Is it the EJ? Is it the EJ or SD? It's being broken.
There should be right next to your cab is a Missouri Pacific hopper.
Missouri Pacific.
Right,
MP.
Oh yeah.
right next to your cab. If you looked out the fireman's side of the cab, you would see it.
God damn it.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh. I better check that all of my mods are loaded because it seems that something's broken.
Yeah, make sure you have the most recent version of the mod pack.
Yes.
Yeah, I just got it. So.
So in the meantime, I
Okay.
will at least get this engine over there.
Okay, I am throwing a switch and coming back to grab your cars, Midland.
Thank you. And just Chris, welcome.
Yes. And Uncle Sean, hello. Howdy. Hope you're doing well. And Mario Ziguis, hello. So I will do my best to keep an eye on chat tonight. I know a lot of people have questions about the mod pack. I've been getting DMs for like the last 2 days asking about how to get it and then how to install it. Over the weekend, I will probably upload a video that is going to, to explain how to install Unity Mod Manager and Railloader,
Yeah.
so people can use that for the mod pack. It won't be specific to my pack, but it'll be Kind of a general thing that people can then use for whatever.
The steps used
Alright.
will be applicable. However, it won't be specific to.
Correct.
Midland,
Yes, sir.
when you get that engine tied on, I'm going to cut the air in, or you cut the air in, and then I'm going to AI it to a fusee that's just west of Bryson. That way, it
Alright.
at least helps somebody's frames.
Sounds like a plan.
Yep. But
Plus, it allows
it's-
me to have a track to run around to the front.
yeah. My frames. And why does the 080 have a big tender? So this is part of one of the mods.
I believe that's
So
part
it
of-
allows for from C Jane's tender pack, which
Yeah.
is available on Nexus. So this is an Erie style 080 switcher. So the Eries had bigger tenders for switching. So this is representative of that, and because of both the weight of the trains and the length of them and the far distances we're kind of doing with the switching, because the Bryson yard is now huge.
Yeah.
You know, we are using the bigger tenders if possible. That way it's there.
Just to get some extra distance and just for ease of not having to stop every 5 minutes in order to refill the tender.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna read load stuff, see if it works.
Come on. Find control
And
of
didn't the
a part.
Bessemer have huge switches? They probably did.
Yeah, they had like 010-2s. Alright, air is tied in, Flanagan. But there's like 5
Okay.
handbrakes on, so be aware of that.
Okay.
Okay, let's see if I can get this to work.
Okay. You're slowly releasing all of these handbrakes. Jeez, who put this many handbrakes on?
Probably me.
Alrighty. All the handbrakes are off.
Come on. Let me up. Fine. And Shea Burton, hello. Another cursed railroad is in New York, Ontario, and Western. I know of it. I will look more into it.
All right, I should have fixed it.
Music's so fantastic. Yeah, we on my stream we are using the music from the wonderful Heis that he's allowed us to use, and then I believe on Angry Stream, are you using Heis's music or are you using some of your
I
ragtime?
am using Heis's because my ragtime keeps getting copyright struck.
Ah, yeah, we don't want
So
that. Just one of those things. Yay, YouTube.
Yep. Yep.
All right. I like how the frames go down when that train's moving, but hopefully it moving, actually helps in the long run.
I'm hoping just by getting stuff out of here, it's good. And Mean Metal Mike officially starting your first time in a local model train club tomorrow night. You are doing the thing, absolutely.
The
So
model
Shea
thing.
Burton, I'm using an 080, the Erie with the Erie tender. All right,
many
looks
cars are
like
in this train?
1996 is heading west.
West?
Yes.
And Joshua, you meant the music, not the whistle. Or you meant the whistle, not the music. The whistles are pretty nice. Actually, on my Pacific at the moment, I'm rocking a Grand Trunk Western 6-turn.
Grand Trunk.
Grand Trunk.
Grand Trunk.
Grand Trunk.
Okay. Okay, let's see if the frames get any better if I turn this way now. It's worse, but with like the
answer
train
is
leaving,
kind of.
it'll be.
The
Yeah.
answer is kind of.
Yeah. So this railway is sort of inspired by originally it was supposed to be in Norfolk and Western, and then I quickly switched the name of the railroad to Saluda and Red Marble, and Flanagan was about to throttle me.
Yeah,
But we're now running with it.
Flanagan was not happy.
It's fine. It's fine.
I mean,
So whoever's going to be running the mixed freight up to Alarka, you got a lot of passengers waiting.
oh wait, we're doing mixed train?
Yes, the Alarka branch is a mixed train.
Nice.
So if we have someone who either does that or joins and does that, basically all of the cars for Alarka Junction or Alarka proper will be dropped off at Alarka Junction. We're treating the Alarka branch as a separate railroad company, so basically that's the interchange. The Alarka engines will then come down and grab those cars. They are also to bring at least one coach with them at all times. That way they can pick up people from the trains that pass by, and then take them up to Alarka and Cochrane. And then the Alarka train is responsible for all switching at Alarka. So they've got a decapod up there, and then it's either a Mikado or a 280.
Yeah,
I think
it's a Mikado.
it's a mic, and there's I think there's also a decapod up there. If I recall the locomotive motive power correctly.
Yes. And also, this train for Midland is 100% full.
Excellent.
There are 613 passengers on it.
And DRP, yes, mixed train. We like mixed trains here.
Sorry, I'm late.
And Plague
Doctor's
Doctor,
here.
welcome.
Welcome, Plague Doctor. Welcome to our lagginess of lag.
All right, there we go. Now everything's fixed.
Yeah, I was watching Angry stream and
All right, now I just need to find where my locomotive went.
it was definitely
It's west of
lagging.
Bryson now.
Oh, wait, what?
It should be stopping for a few Z.
Oh, okay. Dang.
Alrighty. I am moving away from the passenger cut, Midland.
Okie dokie.
All right, I have found the train. Yep. All right, here it is. There we go. Now I can DAI.
Angry.
Yes, sir.
I am going to be occupying track 2 to run around my train, and then I'm going to get out of here. So hopefully that should start
Okay.
clearing some frames up.
Sounds good.
And
Okay,
Plague
so I will-
Doctor, I don't know when you're going to be timing in here, but I'm going to try and get out of your way and try and tuck into Birdstown before you either leave Bryson or somehow I'll scramble into Birdstown. That way I can make room for you to pass by.
Yep.
All right, leaving Bryson.
There we are. Come on.
Alrighty. So, for those who are wondering, we still have a whole heap of bunch of cars in Bryson proper. Since we don't have, I almost feel like we have to get the cut of Alarka hoppers out of the way. Do you just want me to run that real quick, just so that way it's out of here and then I can continue switching?
That's up to you. If you want to do that, you can.
Okay.
Senor Flanagan, could I get an air hose connection real quick? The lag is preventing me from doing so. Thank you kindly.
Okay, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna stash the switcher on one of the leads to the engine house, and then I'm gonna grab probably a C-55 to get at least one cut of the hoppers out of here, just for the sake of the frames and for the sake of our sanity.
Yes. Speaking of our sanity, the eastbound passenger, the Silva Flyer, is departing.
Alrighty.
The Silva Flyer is departing for all points eastbound, including Silva.
Yep. For those who are unaware of this save and what kind of the goal of it is, the plan basically is this railroad has its main terminal in Bryson. The interchange is in West Bryson, and there's a lot of industries in Bryson proper. So, long story short, all trains start at Bryson, all trains end at Bryson. So if someone's running, like right now, Tim is running westbound with a freight for Andrews. Once he's gone and done all the drop-offs, done all the switching at Andrews, pick up a train that's coming back to Bryson, we'll drop it in the main yard. Same sort of thing with what Flanagan's doing. He's grabbing stuff for Birdtown and taking that over, and then we'll come back, keep sending cars over until there's nothing to bring back. Okay, so let's go ahead and apply the brakes.
Midland, your frames will probably only go up from here.
That's my hope.
Okay, let's make sure I'm lined for the correct track.
'Cause I'm currently doing 30, and it's a little sketch, but we'll make it work.
Oh, damn it, I grabbed the wrong C-55. Well, that's okay. I'll just run it backwards into the roundhouse.
Man, this much lag is reminding me of playing on the A1W.
Cool.
We've turned the Saluda and Red Marble into a Class 1 railroad, I have a feeling.
Yes.
My graphics card would agree.
Though, I also want to give my viewers an update. Recently, you'll have remembered that we had the most recent run of the Midland Needs More Storage Fund. Well, the drive involved with that actually arrived today about a half hour before stream started. So it's currently sitting on my desk next to me to be installed after the stream.
So fingers crossed what you currently have does not fail between now and then.
Yep.
Oh. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. When did 33 get binned?
I don't think it did.
That would
I
be
think
a
it's on this
JSJ
one.
question.
Yeah, that was on the first run, like on Monday or whatever. I took that
JSJ
to
will
run
not
the.
be commenting.
I took that to run the passenger train.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was going to grab the bigger tender, but the locomotive's at 44%.
Also, it has gone up. Okay.
It was originally at like 19.
Yeah, it was borked.
And the reason I know it was at 19 is because I had to send the 210-2 to rescue it. because it couldn't make it up the
Yeah.
grade from Andrews to
Yeah.
Topton.
Where did you derail it?
Right at the bottom of Red Marble. Like I made it all the way down, and that last right-hander before Andrews. Yeah.
Yeah, that turn's really something.
Yeah.
It's a time.
Train 107 eastbound out of Bryson.
Roger that. 107 eastbound out of Bryson. Okay, so we're going to wait for Plague Doctor to get his locomotive out. Which looks like he has.
Oh
Maybe.
my god, the lag.
The
Holy
frames,
hell.
yes. Once we get these cars out, this is going to be so much easier.
I had to tone down my settings just so I wouldn't be glitching back and forth.
Yes.
So if you're currently following Midland's POV, we're actually going through Gov Island, and the reason that's significant is soon we'll be going into Ella, and you will see the massive amount of change that has taken place in Ella.
I need to get one more track.
So cool to watch this 210-2 slug it out with 58 cars, 4,000 tons, and 2,600 feet of train at
Yeah.
full throttle.
Are you the one that just left Bryson?
Yeah,
What's your tonnage?
4,466.
You're not going to make it up Governor's Island.
Darn. I was thinking about it. I was like, I should probably double head this. Didn't click.
Okay. Yes.
Well, if I have to, I'll spawn another engine in, because there's no turning back now.
Yep.
Well, I mean, I'll be coming up behind you, so.
Come on, train.
My
I'm
frames are
probably not
slowly
going to
getting
make it up
better.
this hill.
Which hill are you describing?
The one right out of Bryson. I still haven't hit, I don't remember its name. I still haven't hit Hemingway yet.
I will. Since I'm already in a locomotive that's going to be heading that direction, let me just come up and I'll give you a push.
I'm gaining speed now.
Okay, if
he's
you
on,
stall-
he's on that horseshoe.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, if you stall, just let one of us know. But I'm going to back up and get on one of the cuts of Alarka cars and go ahead and get that out of here. It's amazing. We played like most of the day yesterday, and we didn't have this come out of lag. And then today, it's just like lag central.
Well, you also weren't streaming.
Well, the thing of it is, I had the lag because I was a client. You were hosting yesterday, Angry. So
Yes, and I prefer to host.
So it took me going up to Robinson and just dealing with Robinson on my own for my lag to go away. And actually, so far, I mean, I'm having a little bit of lag over here in Ella, but, you know.
Okay.
Ty Daly, man, this game is a lot of work solo easily for 10-hour play sessions to get one in-game day. Yeah. Yeah, that's doable.
I'm looking at the time of day, and I'm just thinking it'll probably be an hour, and then the interchanges are going to, spawn in cars.
Yep.
I think we have that turned
Nothing
off
like
at the
pain and
moment.
suffering.
Do we have another interchange
Pain,
scheduled?
suffering, and graphics cards on fire.
So once
Yes,
again,
as
folks,
it
if
should
you're
be.
watching Midland's POV, you're seeing the beginnings of Birdtown and all the Ella Industries down here by the station. As you can see, there is a lot of track and a lot of things that need to be done.
Yeah, it used to not look like that, and then it got its own overhaul.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead, get on this cut of cars. So I've got a thing that's all just going to Alarka proper. So all of this will be taken up to Alarka Junction. And then on this turn, which we have dubbed Extra 103, basically, once it drops off the cars at Alarka Junction, it's going to run up to Robinson Cole, grab those hoppers, and then it's taking it back to Bryson. So let's go ahead, tie in here. Okay, frames are starting to get better. We're starting to get better, guys.
Yeah, my frames are getting massively better. Cody Finkelstein, hello.
Slowly stalling on the hill.
Okay.
Just
We're
Chris.
down to
should be-
6 miles an hour.
Okay.
Oh,
I
no,
will be
the sounds
following
of the
behind
streams is
soon.
0.1 seconds misaligned, so you're watching both and have one muted. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Honestly, if you watch both streams, just mute the one that has, for you, the worst audio and have the audio enabled on the other one. Be aware, the Silva Flyer is currently proceeding at its Ella station stop.
Okay, I've charged up the air enough to go.
Should I take
Train
a
10
caboose with me?
Don't worry about it. With this amount of lag, I'm not going to worry about cabooses.
Alrighty. I'm leaving
We'll
Bryson.
stick a flag in the coupler.
This
wish
is the
that was a
first
thing.
section, so class lamps, please.
So
All
as
right,
I wait
I've
for my station stop,
stabilized
I'm
at
going to
6.
take you guys on a little bit of a tour here, because we had all the stuff at Birdtown down here, but then we have this line going off this way, and we follow it, and we find a
Class
tunnel,
lamp. Okay, it's not working.
and then we find another tunnel, and then another tunnel, and then more tunnel, and then a mine with a balloon loop. There's a whole mine complex up here.
Not yours, mine.
Exactly.
There was actually an update for that put out today. Adds
Yep,
in the
and-
gold mine and all that.
And thankfully, we did not
Yeah.
add that in.
Yeah, that is a
Mr.
discussion for another time that we
Yeah,
are going to be
Mr.
talking about.
Yeah,
off the
Mr.
stream.
I'm adding 5 to 15 mods a day.
There,
Oh,
there-
you're
there-
talking-
there
you're
was a
talking
special
about
I'm talking about Flanagan.
yeah.
Ella Station received $302 for a bunch of people. Let's see here. Are we still loading? Is the train still loading? Okay, yeah, the train's still loading. So Cody Finkelstein, this is not the community save. This is a different save started by Angry and Flanagan, basically to cause as much rail traffic as possible and evidently as much lag as possible. So we'll make it work.
Oh, okay. 6229 is a Santa Fe. I thought it was the Decapod.
Alright, I'm increasing speed. I have not stalled out.
So, Uncle Sean, this is not necessarily a realistic mod. This is more of we're trying to run this railroad as realistically as we can,
But still being fun.
but while still being fun. You know.
Yeah. All right.
So,
For some reason, my train is not loading.
well, you had 300 and some people there, so it might take a little bit for you to load.
But
What are your station
the
stops?
lag? With
Are
the
your
lag,
station
your
stops?
passenger cars might be jittering.
no, I have the brakes on. We're good there.
What about your station stops? What are they checked at?
Flanagan, Angry, where are they checked at?
I don't know. That's your job. You're the engineer. You're supposed to check your train.
Why do we have a minimum stop duration of 2 minutes?
That's for AI trains.
Does the train at Governor's Island need a push?
No, we had slowed down, but we're good now. We're picking up speed.
Okay, I've normalized the switch, or trying to normalize the switch back into Bryson.
Out of curiosity, Tim's doesn't have the H9, right?
No.
Okay.
We deleted it off the map, so it's not here.
No, I know that.
All right.
All right, so out of the window, you'll be able to see the new West Bryson Industries momentarily.
And
So this adds in Miller Electronics, Southern Chemical, Appalachian Textile and Hardwood, Bryson Power and Coal, I believe, or Power and Light, and mining supplies. So this is all stuff that the Bryson Switcher deals with. We will deal with it once we get back into Bryson, once we have a little bit of train pulled away and we can actually safely have frames running on this. So this will be our friend, our Lord and Savior, very, very soon. Meanwhile, 6023 is heading with 25 cars up the slope just west of Bryson. You can see more of this stuff here. And Pacific Northwest and Southern. Good day, Chep. Hello. Just Chris, do they manufacture Miller Lite? You could have so much better beer than Miller Lite. And that's not a political statement. That's just the taste. I prefer my beer to have taste, not just water.
You know, I got to thinking, if the amount of cars that we have currently, if you did have some kind of madness, you could turn off the interchanges and still not have to worry about money. Because all your cars would just be ping-ponging back and forth.
That is so true.
And as I depart Ella here, we actually see some more of the Ella Industries. I believe is east of Ella. Is that a mine or is that like a sugar plant or something?
East of Ella.
That is Tuskegee, River Supplies, and I think wood processing or grain supply.
Gotcha.
Oh, yeah. They're all the new industries Rexy added.
Yep. And Mean Metal Mike, what's a better commuter locomotive, the F40PH or Alco U30 boats? I don't know either of them well enough to make a statement, but I think I've ridden behind an F40PH, so that. So.
I mean, you just listed a freight diesel, unless it's the CH model, next to a dedicated passenger diesel. So I think there's your answer.
Like Doctor, I'm tucking into Birdstown now, where the locomotive is, so should be out of your way here in a few minutes.
All right.
By the way, did you pick up the second cut off the other track?
Yep.
Okay. We had to split that.
All right. I'm actually quite surprised that we have so much, that we're not having any more issues climbing up this hill. But,
Nah, I have speed. No issues here.
Okay, yeah, and you're at least a block ahead of me, so that's good.
I'm
Oh
still
yeah,
trying
you're
to
at
get
Alarka
the track.
Junction.
I'm still trying to get to the track speed, though.
Yeah. So, do you want to learn the pain of my existence?
Uh-oh.
What is the pain of your existence?
So, as I've talked about before, I run the gift shop at the East Broad Top, among many other details with that railroad. So, yesterday, we had a train go out at 3, and the train takes about an hour to get back, and about 45 minutes to 50 minutes past the hour, it returns to the yard at Rock Hill, and Wise, it turns around before coming back to the station. The moment it gets into the station, I get not an angry phone call, but just a phone call that says, "Did you order a cabinet?" And I said, "I didn't order a cabinet, but I think there's a fixture coming." And the next thing I look is outside on a skid loader. Here comes a pallet with my new fixture for the gift shop installed or getting ready to install, and they basically drop it off on the end of the platform and say it's your problem now. And so, mind you, this is at 3:50. The train gets back at 4. So there were a couple of guys that then helped me get all the stuff out of the packaging, and then basically just dropped this thing in the gift shop. And I had about a 5-minute window to unpack it and get all the trash out before the train got back. And the moment the train crossed the road was when we took the last of the trash out of the building. Like, we were hustling to get it. So then all day today, this new thing has the ability for magnets to stick to it. It's got a lot of really cool features that I guess both Midland and Flanagan will see in real life this week. So I spend all day getting it to look pretty, stocking it, pricing everything, making it look beautiful. And then literally the moment I leave work, I get an email. Hey, this stuff that you ordered 3 months ago that was on like back orders finally coming. All 14 boxes worth.
Oh, God.
And these are not small boxes.
Oh,
So
God.
I just spent
dear.
like an 8-hour shift essentially, like on top of, other duties, getting my gift shop reorganized to, get all the stuff out, getting product onto the sales floor, to only have 14 boxes of stuff come. Now, when I say boxes of stuff, this is not keychains. This is not like, magnets or tchotchke little shits. These
not small
are...
stuff.
This is pint glasses, pub glasses, tumblers, kids' T-shirts, like mugs, all sorts of big stuff. And my heart just sank because I wasn't expecting this stuff for another 2 to 3 weeks at least. And I'm happy it's shipping. We need it.
But still. And
PXCK, pay down the debt, $25. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, PXCK.
We have a debt?
I believe PXCK is talking about my real life debt.
Yeah, probably.
Which, real life debt update. Angry is in debt.
Yes.
But that's partially because of my own design.
Yes.
I am getting a little concerned. So for those who don't know or might not be as aware, I have an unhealthy obsession with G-gauge garden railroading.
Yeah.
Unhealthy is such a strong word.
It's unhealthy. Let's face it, what it is. Let's call it what it is. But as part of that, earlier this year, I bought a whole bunch of White Pass and Yukon equipment, which I do not regret at all. That is a fine problem to have. However, not this past Sunday, but the Sunday before that, I bought another locomotive. And I'm not just buying stuff that is like common. I'm buying rare stuff that is really nice quality that I want to have for, essentially the rest of my life. So I bought a K28 in, I guess it's FN3.
Yeah.
Made by LGB and Aster. So like all metal or brass, very limited edition stuff. And one thing I hope to do is, build a garden railroad outside of my home and film some of it so I can then share it with y'all and then, have a little bit of model train content as well. So I bought that, and that was about $4,000. So,
PXCK, thank you.
I ordered it, and then a week goes by and I hadn't heard anything, so I emailed or I sent a message through eBay, because eBay has their thing where it says ships within 7 to 10 business days.
Mm-hmm.
And I messaged the dude about 5 business days in and was like, hey, I need to get an update. Where is this stuff? And I get a very nice email back that basically says, thank you, we are processing your order. We have 4 warehouses of this stuff, one of which is currently being moved. So we are currently getting your order essentially dug out. Thank you for your patience. We'll let you know as soon as it ships, but it could be a little bit. So part of me is wondering if I got scammed. But the other part of me is wondering, like, are they literally just taking this long to get it dug out?
Which both are possible. But also, thank you, PXCK, for your kind $25 super chat for Midland's debt, as well as a camera monitor, which Angry can vouch. He has seen the evolution of that camera recently, and it's gotten a little dense and a little ungainly.
Yeah. So, Angry is currently paying down the debt for his
Hubris?
terrible life choices.
Hubris?
Well, I've talked about it before. Everything I buy in G scale, I'm trying to buy stuff that has like a personal attachment to the real life locomotive. So,
But also
you know, the
to
White Pass 73, I have not ridden behind White Pass 73, but I've had an obsession with the White Pass since I was in 4th grade. And I've ridden it once. Oh, it's so nice to have frames again.
Yay, frame rate.
You're telling me I'm hitting 60 down here in Whittier.
So, you know, I got that earlier this year, and then the K28 is number 473, and I have a memory with my grandfather riding that for the 2006 National Narrow Gauge Convention in Colorado when it was in Durango. So I have special attachment with it, so that's why I got it. So I'm hoping to get that soon, and I'm going to actually... I figure this coming Sunday, if I have not heard anything, I'm going to message them again, because I have a month window from when I ordered to either cancel the order or whatever. So I figure if I never get it,
Yeah,
I still have a little bit of a window that I can cancel and get my money back.
you still got some time.
But
And for those watching my stream, you are seeing the new and improved East Whittier, now with more tracks everywhere.
and GBK Studios, thank you for the $4.99. I have Midland on my Alexa, you on my iPad, and now my pinball on my main PC. Well, I'm glad you have a little bit of everything.
Nice. Now, ZVK Studios, if you can hear me on Angry Stream, do you play a meme pinball?
I hope so. So, yeah. And then, you know, there are some real life stuff that I'm also working on. And thankfully, I don't want to say the busy season is coming soon for me, but basically starting in September, my music stuff starts up in full force, which will be a nice, you know, bit of income, and then also get to travel. And I'm tempted, while that is happening, even though this is not the main focus of my channel, to have like some little vlogs of, you know, oh, Angry is now in North Carolina, Angry is now in, you know, Michigan. No, I will not have the opportunity to ride trains, even though I'll actually be very close to both the Huckleberry and the Tweetsie. I will literally be 5 minutes from the Tweetsie Railroad, and I will not have an ability to play it or to ride it. Which I had the opportunity last year.
Your orchestra is playing at the Tweetsie?
In the town where Tweetsie is, in not in Blowing Rock, but in Boone.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
So last year I had the opportunity to go down a day early, and I actually met with a friend who works for the Tweetsie, and he gave me a behind-the-scenes tour, which was very nice. So maybe I can sneak over and just kind of take a peek at the engines again, but I will see if he will allow that and how the schedule's lined up, because it's going to be a weird tour that time.
Yeah. Also, Pacific Northwest and Southern Midland. I'm here to steal a bag of Cheetos and bring them to Rag. Rag did
Funny
not
enough.
send me this. Rag did not send me. This is of my own free will.
Yeah, I sold that one.
Funny enough, I got a big party-sized bag of Cheetos right next to me.
I actually don't have any Cheetos in my house. Right now, right next to me, what I have is actually some Starburst lollipops, which I've kind of gotten addicted to.
I haven't had Starburst in years. Although I think I'd rather take Fruit Gushers over Starburst.
Oh, Gushers are great. There's certain things that, like, as you get older, that you had when you were a kid, and then you just, like, don't have, and then you have them, like, once, and you're like, oh my god, I've missed this.
My
Yeah.
childhood. Yeah.
Also, for the younger folks in the audience, be aware, becoming an adult does not mean you get to buy ice cream all the time.
I didn't get to buy ice cream today. That's
I mean,
my
you
excuse.
could, but it's not recommended.
No, I could, but I didn't have time, and B, I am trying to use a lot of my money that I made this paycheck on paying off said credit card debt from SimK28. So, yeah.
I was actually responding to Midland's comment. You can buy ice cream. That does not mean you should buy ice cream.
Yeah. And for those who are like, wait a second, I thought you were switching Bryson. We needed to get cars out of Bryson so the frame rate could be better for us to then go and switch Bryson. I know it sounds like a cop-out or whatever, but literally for those who were here earlier, you can attest to the few amount of frames we were getting. And now that we're out of Bryson and stuff starting to get spread out, there is a much nicer frame rate and hopefully experience for y'all.
Yes, I'm currently traveling through Thomas Valley at a blistering 37 miles an hour, and I'm getting a much better frame rate than I was. Also, for those in my support crew, you may have seen, but later tonight you will be getting a video, another Railroader video out of me, where you guys get it a week early, and it'll be released to the public next Thursday. Because that's one of the perks of joining my support crew, and I think Angry has a membership tier like this too, where you get a week early access to the video.
Yep, that's the Banana Train crew. And Uncle Sean, whoa, 37 miles an hour, better slow it down there, Speedy.
Given I'm 100 yards from a station shop, yes.
Yes.
Meanwhile, I'm
and,
going 30 through Whittier Yard.
And Boxcar the Husky, I really want to get a Railmaster Exports White Pass GE 90 shovel nose kit. Do it. That's the one thing I kind of wish that was in G scale. So the White Pass Alcos, so like the 101 class, they've got a few different versions out there. You can get 103, blank one that's kind of it's the green and yellow scheme, the one that's currently one of the ones in use, with a couple of like engine numbers you can just choose and then number it how you want. The 110s are the common ones, and then someone actually made a custom one in brass of the 90 class, and it makes me very jealous. But none of the shovel noses, none of the 90 class are commercially available in G, and that makes me very sad. Because they're really cool looking locomotives, and I really wish LGB or Aster, or I might even take Bachmann on that. Like, I know the gears are bad, I know everything else is bad about it, but it would be really cool. That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
Dispatch, be advised, I am going to take 643 as helper service up Red Marble.
Understood, thank you.
Dispatch, be advised, the Silva Flyer is departing Wilmot.
And Pacific Northwest and Southern. Hey, Rag, I was in Bellingham in Washington, and I saw a White Pass wooden coach and original diesel. I can send you in the DMs. So that diesel is actually number 114. It's currently on its way to the Cumbres and Toltec, who bought that locomotive from the White Pass either earlier this year or late last year. Is one of the two.
It was approved at a board meeting like in May or June
Of last year.
this year.
No, it was before that. They approved it way before.
When did that happen?
This has been like developing for a while. And Uncle Sean, you can probably scratch build a shovel nose in G scale. You would not want me to try to build a train in G scale. I am much rather happy to buy something that someone else has professionally created, because I would not know what I'm doing.
So I was wrong on many counts. This was November last year.
Okay. So I'm going to go back and get the... There's a lot of cars up here. So for those who are wondering what this modded industry is, so this is Robinson Coal. It's added a track for more mine storage. And Nasu, thank you for being a crispy bacon operator for 4 months. Appreciate you. Sizzle, sizzle. So this is now the yard tracks for coal, for Robinson coal. Holy shiitake mushrooms! There's a lot of them, and there's still a lot of hoppers that are still being worked on. But then next to it, there's this holding yard for hoppers, which we're going to grab all of them, and then even more hoppers that are loaded up and ready to go. So yeah, we have a lot of coal that we're going to be taking down this mountain here. And Boxcar the Husky, the newer locomotives that the White Pass have are neat. I'm not a fan. I like the older ones. I like the 90 and the 101. Maybe I'm not receptive to change, but that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I think the new ones look too much like a cube or like a rectangle, just a giant rectangle.
They look like SD70 Aces narrow gaugified. So, aka, they look like generic American freebies.
Yeah.
Though
Okay,
I
so
will
we'll
say,
get this car here.
You may be having issues finding a class 90 in G scale, but you could totally just buy one in 1-to-1.
I don't have that money.
I don't know what they're selling for. They could be selling for $1.
Yeah, but then you have to ship them.
Well, that's the expensive part.
What's it matter? You already have a debt.
I already have so much debt.
Yeah,
Make it
what's
worse.
a little bit more.
Yeah. No, Midland, don't send me the listing for it. Prices make an offer, so I could make an offer for $1.
You could.
And then promptly be banned from whatever.
From the selling service.
Yeah. 1
Good.
plus free shipping.
And DRP, I believe the new White Pass units are Progress Rail, which is technically EMD.
No,
Oh.
Angry, you don't get it. It's 1 minus shipping.
So for free.
Yeah, but they have to pay you. Because the
should.
shipping is more than $1.
They should, and then I will donate it to the Broad Top, and that'll be my personal locomotive named after me. That'll run whenever I want it to.
Yes.
But it'll be remaining lettered in White Pass and Yukon.
I approve of this idea. This seems like a fun.
A terrible idea.
So you know
It's
how when you're,
terribly great.
so you know how when you're going through Governor's Island, there's the big open field, and then there's mountains beside the river.
Yep.
So someone's making a mod that puts a frickin' oil field up on top of those mountains.
It's Lathams. It's like Lathams Farm and Oil or something like that, isn't it?
Yeah, and he's getting upwards of 5.3% grades.
That's
Whew.
nuts. And I think he said tier 5. It's like 50 cars a day, isn't it?
That's stupid. That is absolutely stupid.
That is a spicy meatball.
Well, if someone would just finally get a damn Shay for this game, then, you know.
There technically is one.
But it's like a model from like Train Z or something that someone ported over that has like no animation.
Of what?
Wasn't it? I thought I saw
like
it in
an oil
like...
rig?
No, of like a Shay.
Oh, that is a model that is a free asset up on the Unity asset store.
Ah, that's what it was.
Craft and Fur, how are you? I'm doing well.
Yep, right now, personal projects for me, I'm upgrading one of the in-game models, detailing it more. It's a locomotive that people get rid of very early on in-game. And at the same time, helping someone put together a Niagara and a CB&Q Northern.
Ooh.
Money has entered the chat.
It's all Flanagan wants in life.
Oh, NRE, DRP. If they're NRE, then that probably is a rebuild of some kind, or they might be slightly a new build. NRE's done both.
Well, I have to wait for the
Captain
air to
Fur,
recharge in my train.
Okay, so extra 105 is now heading out of Whittier towards Dillsboro, because I don't think I have anything. Nope, heading to Wilmot's. One car for Slaymaker and shit.
So, Captain Fur, I'm running the eastbound passenger train, the Silva Flyer.
Angry.
Yes.
So this cut for Birdstown that I took, it's so much. I can't afford to not switch it now with the 210-2.
Do it.
I have to do that. I have to do this now. There's no choice.
Do it. And Killer
There's just
23, are you adding any bigger engines? Are you talking about in-game in Railroader or from my model Railroad? To the game. Well, we already have the biggest locomotives in the game, which are the 210-2s and the Berks. We would love to play with the H6 once it is publicly available. So when that happens, you bet your butt we're going to be testing that. And of course, if there are other bigger locomotives, we would love to have those options at some point as well. And Jesus, this train is already really heavy with only 12 cars, so I think I'm only going to grab half of the coal hoppers up here for the sake of not derailing a train.
Yes. Captain Fur, do you mean my volume, like my mic's volume, or like just in general?
And Nasu, I am not sure. Me, Mental Mike, we're a little busy with the stream right now, so we will not Google Chicago Northwestern Northerns real quick. We'll look at that after the stream. But thank you.
The H classes. Okay, yeah, those were some big brutes. Outside pilot truck, Mars light.
No, don't. Oh. I should really check angle cocks before I slam into cars. 'Cause now
would
I
be
just
smart.
dumped the train. I just dumped a train.
Someone said they were the Red Marble helper.
I'm good for that. I've got 643 on my butt, so
Nice.
I'm about a half mile from Topton. Once I get there, I will cut the helper off, and it will be AI'd to Nanahala. I will line it for the one of the sidings there.
You can just line it down the main, then I'll take control of it for some extra power on here.
Tim, you're going to need both helpers.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense. I'm already operating at reduced speed.
Well, I might be here for another 10 years just to charge up the air on this train.
By the way, did you see that little shop switcher mod is out?
I just saw that before we got started.
That thing couldn't pull a caboose.
Yeah, it's
Shops? Like, wait, what's shop switcher? Explain.
It looks like someone wanted to make a railroad on their own property, so they took an old farm mall and just put a roof over it, and then slapped some train wheels on it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So it's not actually like a G25 tonner or anything. Okay, got it.
No.
No. Although a contact of ours, Spinoto, is actually working on, was it a 44 tonner?
Yep.
So,
Is that the same one that's in the modding Discord making the 44 tonner?
that is the one, yes.
Okay.
So that'll be at some point in the future
Uh-oh.
another fun thing we could use as a switcher
Oh,
somewhere
there we go.
or for.
Okay, we're good. And folks, as I roll through Dillsboro, if you look off to where my camera is, you'll see we now have an office car special. Yes. The
You're way
OCS
too
is
proud
here.
of that.
Yeah, you're way too happy without that.
The OCS is here. All hail the OCS.
No.
Darn.
Have you seen the main commodity on this railroad?
What?
If by main commodity
Depression?
you mean our sanity.
I see dollar signs of freight cars.
That's how
Okay.
that's how we were able to afford the OCS.
We fill the cars at the industries with our sanity and then ship it to the interchange, and then it gets taken off the railroad.
Okay, let's see if I can shove this cut uphill.
Crafting for praise be to
With
the OCS.
2,000
Exactly.
tons. Okay, I'm going to grab one more cut of hoppers and then go down this hill. So I'll have like 25, 30 cars, something like that. And then we'll start doing some switching stuff.
Imms, be advised, there is a fusee in Nanahala. The AI helper will stop there. Once you get to it, you can clear it and carry on your merry way.
Copy that.
All right. Be aware the Silva Flyer is arriving in Dillsboro.
Okay.
And as the Silva Flyer comes to a station stop, I'm going to go fly back over to the yard and show some of the new arrivals the OCS in all of its glory.
And Killover23, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Appreciate it.
You need help.
Okay, well, I've got 32 cars, 3,320 tons, so it is time to head down this hill and hopefully not bin it.
Hopefully. Hopefully.
Well, I shouldn't bin it, but, you know,
Just remember what I told you about air brakes the other day.
I do. I am currently recharging my air. I currently have 78
Oh.
pounds of pressure on the engine.
What did I hit?
What did you hit?
Well, that's a bug.
What is it?
So I was doing a reverse move. I don't know what track this is, but unless it was my computer, but it just binned both my engines.
So, like, are
Is
they
maybe
actually
overlapping
binned, or
mods?
did they pause in place?
No, it didn't look like it.
I see cars have been re-railed.
So they're actually bent. Flanagan, when I was coming through Dillsboro, I had a moment of lag. That's why I was asking about that, where I spun in place for a second. But yeah, no, that's an issue.
Yeah. And Nasu, thank you for gifting 5 Angry Ragtimer memberships. Appreciate that, man.
Ooh, Nasu. And yes, Crafton Fur, you did hear right.
Gotta
you
love
did, in
banana
fact,
phone.
hear right.
Yep.
Okay, extra 105 is heading to Dillsboro.
And Meat and Metal Mike, behold a genie in a bottle, now behold a lime. Thank you for being a member of the Lime Train crew for 2 months. Appreciate that. You know, one thing I will say is this little channel that I have here now has grown a hell of a lot more than I thought it ever would. And sometimes our streams do get upwards of 50 people on here. And that's kind of incredible when it does. We currently have like 35, 36. I want to run a social experiment. So if you're watching my stream right now, if you wouldn't mind hitting that like button on the stream, because the YouTube algorithm is weird, but if it sees that people are commenting pretty well and that there's a lot of likes on a thing, it'll suggest it to more people. And earlier this week, the stream that we did on Monday, when we were first testing some of these mods, it is now my highest viewed stream to date, which I am very thankful for. So thank you for checking that out. And I know some of you probably discovered the channel because of it. But if you wouldn't mind hitting that like button, And if you have friends who enjoy railroad or train games and you want to share it to them on, Discord or Facebook or Instagram, I guess you can't really share it live stream on Instagram,
You
but
can
whatever
share a link
social
to it.
media you use, you can link to it.
Thank you,
all that
Nazu.
tacky YouTuber stuff.
Make sure to share it on MySpace.
Yes.
Thank you, Nazu, for gifting 5 memberships and your 5-month membership chat. Figured you show a little support here before you go. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And thank you to everyone who supports me on my just a small little channel. I know my streams don't usually get up to the 50 people that Angry does, but it's still fun and genuinely humbling that you guys come out and support me and what I do here and what we do here. So it's kind of nice, and you guys have made a lot of stuff happen that probably wouldn't have happened this soon.
Senor Flanagan, are you okay?
So I'm wondering if he fixed that in the newest Birdstown version.
Maybe. General!
Wait, you derailed in Birdstown?
Yeah, so there's a track that goes through the... It's like... Right, you know where the slaughterhouse is?
Uh-huh.
So there's a track that's like... I guess you want to consider the north side, where you can reverse, and I thought there's a switch there, but there's no switch stand. I guess it's not recognizing it as a track, even though there's track there, so it's acting as a buffer.
Huh.
So that's what I backed into the first time at like 10 miles an hour, and I was like, well, this is a track glitch, and then I did it again, and I put everything on not everything, but the engines on the ground.
Gotcha.
Be advised,
So
I'll be blocking the Western Main and all tracks there.
Sounds good.
So I'm wondering if that's something he might have fixed in the
Most recent version.
update.
Alrighty. Be advised, the Silva Flyer has arrived in Silva.
Train number one, whatever the hell I am, 105, is now heading east. No, I'm in 10. I really should have this thing up ahead in front of me. Train 104 is now returning to Bryson from Malarkey Junction. And then we will do some switching and stuff. I might, just for the sake of ease, just drop this train at the interchange, because this is all interchange stuff now.
Is that the hen roll?
Perhaps.
The
Tim.
hen roll.
I would join you, but it looks like you've done a significant amount of extra modding that I don't have.
It's in the mod pack, though.
Yeah, you could just like
It is
use
in
the
the
mod
mod
pack.
Yeah.
It's never too late to join, General.
It is in the mod pack, but I'm very tired from work because I had a lot of stuff go on today. So I'll probably just end up downloading the mod pack, installing it later, and then joining you guys at a future date, in a future time, in a future place. But I wanted to say, hey.
Hi.
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 Hi. Hi, how are you?
Yeah. Well, General, I also had a hell of a day, but I can't talk about it. So, well, I talked about some of the stuff. You'll have to go back in the VOD, but basically, I spent 8 hours today working on cleaning up my gift shop and doing a whole bunch of restocking, only to find out there's 14 boxes of product inbound from Seattle.
What?
Inbound. Rapidly.
Inbound from Seattle.
Rapidly approaching your location.
Well, that will be interesting.
And yes, just Chris, do I mean the Silva Flyer has landed? Yes. Yes, we have landed.
Wouldn't that mean you're on the ground?
But, I mean, technically I'm on the ground, but I'm on the rails on the ground.
Oh, boy. And Boxcar the Husky, isn't there a mod for an SY?
Coming, I think. It's not in-game yet.
Yeah.
No, it's in game. It's just not finished.
Well, I'm going back through all the messages.
Yeah, Plague Doctor. I don't know what that was.
Discord that
I
I've
have
missed.
to look into that.
Well, if you're on the ground, but you're not touching the ground, you are technically flying.
So if I am sitting in a chair and I lift my legs and arms so I'm not touching anything around me, am I flying?
Maybe.
Yes.
Possibly.
Perhaps.
Okay. Putting down to 9 pounds pressure.
Anyway,
Josh Perry, I work for the East Broad Top. With many hats
Help
there.
us. Help us.
Yes.
all right, I'm gonna fall out for right now. I will catch you guys.
New
a little
Vegas or 76 or 4?
later. New Vegas all the way. All right, I'll see y'all later.
Wow, this locomotive is jumping. Either that or I'm outside of the cab again. Damn it. Well. Do a little bit of a snap release, maybe? No, I can't
No,
do
you
that.
can't do that in this game.
Damn.
643 is AI'd and on the move.
Trust me, Angry. I would love to snap release in this game.
So craft and fur, chances are likely that is about to be the case.
And Uncle Sean, how do you get a full-time job at a heritage railroad? So I can only speak to my experience because everyone here, well, I shouldn't say everyone. The few of us who are fortunate enough to work either on a volunteer basis, part-time or full-time at a heritage railroad, all have different paths that got us here. But the main thing is just to go do the thing. So if you have a local tourist railroad near you or a railroad museum, go there and start volunteering. You know, make yourself known, but in the right way. Like, don't be the person who shows up and foams at the mouth and, you know, gets in the way of everything. But, you know, be the person who, hey, I'm going to help direct traffic. Hey, I'm going to be the one who, you know, puts on a Sir Topham hat outfit and, you know, helps out a date with Thomas. You know, literally, like, I can talk about, I think it's been a while since I talked about how I got in to working for the Broad Top. So I can tell that story if people want, but I know I've said it a few times on stream, so I don't want to bore people with it if people have already heard it. So let me know in the chat if you do. But the main thing is, you know, like, volunteer somewhere. Get yourself known. Be a known entity in the tourist road or in the railroad world. And then, you know, opportunities may appear for you. And JSJ is saying, do it.
Go do the thing.
Yeah.
Holy
That's
crap.
the
Go do the thing.
That's the big thing. Go do the thing. Stop thinking about doing the thing. Stop fretting about doing the thing. Go and do the thing. You don't know if you can go do the thing until you go do the thing.
Yeah. So, JSJ and Shea Burn are both saying, please share. So, I'll tell my story again. But, you know, I grew up going to a lot of steam heritage railroads with my grandfather. And I always sort of had this dream of, you know, one day it would be really great to, like, maybe by the time I retire, my favorite railroad for the longest time was Durango and Silverton. It's still very high up on the list. But my idea was maybe by the time I retire and I'll have had a career and, you know, made my fortune somewhere, then I can retire in Durango and I can either volunteer or work as like a brakeman or a car host or something, you know, on the DNS. So that was kind of like what I was thinking of, and I always thought, like, I'd love to be a member of the train crew. I'd love to, you know, of course, like many people, I would love to one day work in the engine. But I never really thought of it as a realistic possibility. But then in February of 2020, the East Broad Top was purchased by a new nonprofit, and they announced to the world that, hey, we're, you know, we're back. We're better than ever. We're going to be doing a lot of restoration work. And the Friends of the East Broad Top are partnering with them, and they need volunteers to help with restoration activities. And I had been familiar with the Broad Top years before it had closed down. It was sort of my oasis to get away from college. And so I made a commitment of, hey, I would love to, go up there and volunteer a handful of times a year or once a month or whatever I was able to do. Well, a month later, the world closed, and we all know how that went. But as part of that, I got furloughed from my job, and I was like, well, what the hell do I do? And the Friends still said, hey, we're still doing volunteering, but in limited capacities. If you're interested in doing this, sign up and, go do the thing. So I signed up, and I think my first work session was June of 2020. And I showed up, new kid on the block, and I just started painting some of the old shop buildings. And I did a terrible job painting. I got more paint on myself than the shops. But I was getting my hands dirty in preservation of literally, going to help the railroad just by painting old buildings and making them look good. And over time, I was started to become one of the more regular people who was showing up every month, every work session to help out. And by December of that year, the general manager knew me on a first name basis, which was kind of cool, but I didn't really think much of it. A few months later, I kind of stuck my neck out and said, hey, there used to be this event here, this music festival at the railroad, and I have kind of been given the reins of it now. And I would like to partner with you to try to produce something. Can we talk, and just see what happens? And I ended up meeting the director of sales and marketing for dinner one day. And we kind of hit it off and just, started talking about our experiences. And by that point, I was known on a first name basis with all the crew because, again, I was showing up, volunteering, following all the rules that were put in front of me, not just being a massive foamer who showed up and just took photos and did unsafe things.
You still do that.
Shut up. I tell the train when it's okay to leave the station now. Thank you very much. I have fake power, and it definitely goes to my head.
Yikes.
Yeah. No, but literally by that point, I was known on a first name basis, and at that dinner, I casually mentioned to the director of sales and marketing that, because we were talking about, where had we, ridden trains, what's your background? And I told him, I would love to one day work as a brakeman. And I told him, hey, here's my retirement plan is to work for a railroad at one day. And I later found out that going, was their way of I have noted this information for later, and we'll see if there's an opportunity for you. You kind of learn if you start, being friendly with the right people, and again, doing a good job and not causing problems, they'll try to find opportunities for you if they have an ability to do that. Whether that's within a volunteer organization, whether that's within, the operations department, whatever. And so the next month, they had their war weekend, their living history weekend, and they had a call out for volunteers. And I was the first one who signed up, and they had a position where it was hey, we need car hosts, and we need people to do trash, and we need people to, help with these 5 different activities. And I remember I was the only one who showed up following the direction of wear a logoed apparel, don't look messy, do this, do that. And what's happening over at Red Marble? What's moving? What's grooving?
I dunked a little too hard.
Okay.
I hit a frickin' boxcar over here at 10 miles an hour, and it threw the damn thing off the track.
Yeah, it's about the same here.
Well, that's less than ideal.
Well, see, it used to be 5 mile an hour. Add them up to 10. So, you figure you can hit the cars at upwards of 10 miles an hour. It'll put maybe 1 or 2% damage on it, but it shouldn't derail them.
Yeah. Anyways, to continue the story, and I promise it'll end soon. It feels like I'm kind of going into detail, but I'm just kind of letting you know like what happened to me. I can't promise it'll happen to you, but at least it's what happened with me. So I showed up to assist, and I remember, you know, all the other people who signed up to be car hosts were more or less there to just ride. Like, that was the vibe they gave off of, hey, I'm here to help, but I'm really just here to ride trains all day. And I'm the one of, like, what do you need me to do? How do you want me to rotate through? Like, what do you need me to say? Like, tell me what my mission is for the day. And I remember after the first trip, they put me on as the car host for the first trip. And the train crew were even like, holy hell, you're really good with people. Because I have a background both in sales and music performances. So, like, my MO is sort of interacting with people and entertaining them. And helping to convince them that things should be done. And by the end of the weekend, like, half the people who worked on a part-time or full-time basis formerly for the railroad were like, dude, you're awesome. We need more people like you here. And I made a comment of, well, I would love to, but, you know, at the time I was living several hours away. You know, I would love to be up here, but it doesn't really make sense if I'm just here volunteering, because I'm going to spend a lot of money to be up here all the time. And sure enough, the next month later, they asked me to come back for their next date of operations. And the general manager pulled me aside and was like, how would you like a job being a brakeman on weekends? And I was thrilled. You know, that was, you know, now I didn't have to wait, you know, 30 or 40 years to retire. I had the opportunity now. So, of course, I jumped at it. And a few months goes by, and I become a regular part of the train crew. I'm there most weekends, learning train operations and, you know, how to assemble a train and, you know, brake systems and other stuff. And I'm at dinner with, again, a couple other people at the railroad. And, you know, I mentioned how I'm really enjoying my experience. I'm thanking them for the opportunity, and I just mentioned them, but I would love to be here full time. And most railroads, just at least what I've picked up, and Flanagan, you can correct me because you would know this side a bit too. You know, they said, well, the train crew side is more part time, so we really don't have full time, you know, conductors or engineers. And I said, well, here's the thing: I would love to be a member of the train crew still, but I also have experience in these few things. So if you ever needed someone for events or retail or, you know, management or whatever, that's my background. And once again, I got the, okay, you know, not necessarily what they were expecting, but it was something that they noted that, you know, if this person's doing the thing and doing it well, maybe we'll find an opportunity. And sure enough, 3 months later, the conversation was had of, you know, we like having you up here. You're doing a good job. There may be opportunities for you in the future to offer some sort of full-time employment. You know, let's continue the conversation. And sure enough, they had a position come up. I applied, and I was selected. And now my role with the railroad has grown considerably in the last 2.5 years I've been here full time. But I have a full-time job at a tourist railroad.
Dang, that's a line switch.
And, you know, I'm not on the train crew, you know, anymore, although I would like to be more in the future. But I'm getting opportunities to work with, you know, people to essentially make sure they have a good experience visiting this railroad and helping to shape, you know, what hopefully will be the longevity of the EBT in my own little way. And that's really fun. So the long and short of this is, how did I get involved with their EBT, and how do you get a job with a full-time railroad? Do the thing, prove to them that you know what you're doing, and that you are able to listen to instructions, do what they ask of you, don't cause a fuss or a problem, and if they like you, they will find opportunities. Or they will at least try to find opportunities for you. So, is this now when I tell the story of how I got Midland a job as a volunteer? Or not a job, but a
Yeah,
help
that
recruit him
I
for
like those
volunteer.
terms. Job as a volunteer.
Job as a volunteer. Oh God.
It better be.
If you want to tell it, I'm all for you telling it.
Okay. Well, since this has now become story time with Angry, I will. And Eric Brinker, thank you for gifting a membership. Appreciate that, man. I am also currently backing through West Bryson to drop off a cut of cars in the interchange. But I will consider myself mostly responsible for Midland here becoming as involved as he is with the Friends of the East Broad Top.
That is,
And I will.
That's an accurate way of putting it. That's a very accurate
Yes.
way of putting it.
So,
Sorry, I had a gnat fly up my nose.
I have a name.
I think I desynced as well. My wheels are just,
You-
like spinning
Desynced in real life?
rapidly.
But Celestial Caboose, that's more or less what it is. It's, basically what you're saying. Ask what needs to be done, not all the time, and do it. I would not just be in their face all the time saying, "What do you want me to do?" Because you can come off as annoying very quickly, especially if they are in the middle of something. But if they ever ask for volunteers or, "Hey, we'd love more people to help out," stick your hand up. Ask if there's stuff like then that needs to be done. Get involved, and maybe opportunities will happen for you. So this is the story of Midland and the East Broad Top.
Before you get into that, the westbound train is turned around. It's sitting at the station in Andrews. I have to step away for a minute or two.
Okay.
So
Sounds
it's
good,
just
thank you.
it's just sitting here at the station.
Cool. All right. So this is the story of Midland and the East Broad Top. So back in 2023, that far-flung time,
Seems so long ago.
yes, your boy Angry was working at the station on a Saturday, and I'm inside. I don't remember what I was doing. Maybe ordering gift shop product, maybe doing some paperwork. I forget what the exact was, but I noticed this group of people out on the platform. And this was around the time that the Locomotive 16 was close to debuting, like within days of debuting, and we had not yet told the public. So I was very wary of people on the platform because we didn't want it to leak out that, the Locomotive was almost back. So what do? I immediately open up the door for the gift shop and invite this random group of people in, and there seemed to be like 2 or 3 groups. One of the groups we later had to chase out of the yard because they were trespassing. They were ignoring all the employee-only signs, just kind of
I hate farmers.
getting away. But the other group said like, "Oh hey, we're here. We're thinking of coming to the Winter Spectacular. That's a few weeks away. We've never been here before, and we just wanted to kind of get a view of the place, see what's around." And I introduced myself, and they mentioned that they were, scoping out for a friend of theirs that was coming from Colorado that was looking to shoot some video. And I just happened to ask, like, "You guys doing this for Heist?" And they're like, "Yes." And it turned out to be Midland, Antimatter, and Boo Mario. And, I helped them with their gift shop purchases. And, I basically told them, like, here's where you can and can't go in the yard. But since it was a Saturday and I normally shouldn't have been there, but I was, I'm like, "Do you, have you ever been here before?" And they said no. And I said, "Okay. Well, if you're coming here with a YouTuber, I will take you along to a few of the spots that are along where our trains run to show you where it's safe to shoot from and where you should not." more or less doing a public service, and ended up turning to be like I gave him a tour of the railroad, to kind of show them around. And after that one experience, your boy Midland here seemed to really like it, and caught broad top fever, and started to show up to ride trains a lot, and started to volunteer with the friends. Now has a bit of a prominent role with them, helping to arrange their fall reunion, which you can they have to go on the interchange track themselves. Crap, so I have to clear a track. That'll be the job of the switcher when I'm done with that. But basically got Midland here hooked on the railroad, and then same sort of thing. Started showing up to work sessions, started to help out, got to be known on a first name basis. Commented to a few people of like, hey, there's not really anyone here covering this for your social media. What are you doing? And they're like, well, we don't really have people on site with experience. And, Midland, who has a YouTube channel that you're probably watching a stream on right now, was like, well, I do this on the side. And the friends were like, sold. And so now Midland does a lot of their content for Facebook and YouTube and various things. And then has since grown within the organization to, have more leadership opportunities and getting more involved with stuff. So again, and then from there, because he was someone who showed up enough, got started to know the railroad and the history pretty well. So we found an opportunity for him to be a tour guide and said, hey, do you want to help give tours of the railroad when people come down? And the answer was yes. So as Midland's boss on the foundation side,
Yes.
I can take full credit of helping to get him involved.
Yeah, and there's a lot of credit to Angry there. Like that day with Angry, that was kind of the day, for lack of a better way of putting it, I fell in love with the railroad. And because I had heard about the East Broad Top, all through my childhood, but it was always like that far off place that I might never get to see. And once the foundation took over in 2020, I started, on the outskirts, following things, seeing what was happening. And then actually my first time at the railroad was during the 2022 First Responders Weekend. I was just like, I'm in desperate... It had been like 2 years since I had a train ride. I was in desperate need of a train ride because of everything going on. And so we go down the East Broad Top for First Responders Weekend and have a great time. And then the stuff with Heist comes up, and that opportunity happened. And then come that March, I was like, I'm here with the friends. I'm going to help out. And I remember distinctly, I was in the storehouse in 30-degree weather counting and sizing nuts and bolts. That was my first volunteer activity. And you really, I know a lot of people don't want to start out doing that, but you almost have to, because the organization doesn't know you, you don't know the organization, and you just got to get out there and do it and see what's going to stick and work. And I'm very fortunate to have the opportunities that I do. I'm very grateful for the opportunities that I have, and they're a lot of fun. And if you have the chance to get out there and go do it in any capacity, please at least take that chance and try and go do it.
Also, Mean Metal Mike, when is 16 returning to service? You are getting a 30-second timeout. You should know, if you look at anything the railroad puts out, we do not give any estimates for any mechanical restorations. Any updates about the locomotive will be shared on our social media and website when the time is appropriate. I do not know anything about that. I am not at liberty to say anything if I did. So don't ask.
See,
Keywords are don't ask when.
A good reply to this, or a good quote rather, is from Master Oogway. Art takes time. You can't rush it. Or whatever the hell, something similar to that, or you can't rush art.
Yeah. And as someone who knows, well, I guess both both me and Flanagan can confidently say, like, we know the guy who's restoring the locomotives, and he does not mess around. If he's going to restore a locomotive, he's going to do it the right way and not cut corners. The old EBT way, which was one of the reasons why the railroad failed, was by cutting corners and not doing a good job. They would just patch stuff up and kind of do whatever they had, whether it was a lack of money or whether it was a lack of will to do it. And now we are in the business of, if you haven't noticed, trying to bring this railroad out of the dirt to keep it around and bring it back to its former glory. So the master mechanic is not doing a patch job on a locomotive. They're going to do a full restoration, make sure it's safe, make sure it's ready to run. And if that means it takes time, it means it takes time. We're not going to cut a corner. So I think that's all.
If there's one thing that can be said, is that when it does finally come back, it's going to be in good working order. Wow, I've been that whole cut. Holy cow! I went literally to the exact same spot.
Oops.
Yeah, this cannot be switched anymore.
GG.
I mean, dare I say it? Do you want to get a smaller locomotive to help, move in there? Is that going to be beneficial at this point?
It's not that bothers me. I'm hoping that if we, we're going to have to at this point, install 1.99 of Birdstown, that this problem is solved, because this is not ideal.
If need be, you can ping Rexy in the modding discussion area if you're in the main Discord, and let them know about the issue.
Okay.
I mean, it's like you said, it could be fixed in the newest update.
I have returned.
Excellent.
It's one of those things we'll just have to. If it's fixed in the update, then I'm not going to worry about saying anything about it. But if it's not, then
Yeah.
So, will the P-43 make it up the shallow side of Red Marble, or should I just grab a helper?
How much tonnage is on it?
833.
It'll make it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Then train 102 is eastbound out of Andrews.
Yeah, our theory with the C-55 was the reason it didn't make it was because it was so bend. So
I am currently blocking Wesser.
I'll be a while till I get there, so.
meanwhile, the westbound Silva Flyer, now heading to Bryson, is in Whittier.
Extra 106 is approaching Wilmot.
Extra 104 is returning to
let me
the
see if I can
yard
pull this maneuver more time.
at Bryson. And for Joseph Stellaric, is there any talk about running to Mountain Union again? The EBT Foundation does not own Mountain Union. We have no association with that group. Mountain Union is not a possibility. If you haven't noticed, all of the efforts for track expansion and other stuff is heading south. And the Friends of the East Broad Top, alongside several dedicated full-time employees of the foundation, have been working their tails off to expand the railroad going south towards Saltillo and Three Springs.
Wait, doesn't going south go towards Robertsdale?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So that's just the end of the line.
Correct, which is 20 miles south of Rock Hill Furnace. The foundation has stated repeatedly that the long-term goal is to restore service back to Robertsdale, but like everything, it does not have a timeline.
Right.
But the good news is with the foundation now, it's not a question of if something is going to happen, it's more of a when, as far as the stuff that we own. So, will the EBT ever get back to Robertsdale? We will one day. When? I can't tell you. But it's now a possibility as opposed to an impossibility. And apparently my stream is freezing.
Fun.
Uh-oh.
Let me make sure there's no random stuff.
Yeah, check your drop frames and see if there are any.
Alrighty. I think we're back.
Okay.
Maybe.
The major obstacle getting that far south to Robertsdale is obviously Pogue Bridge is one thing, but that's to Saltillo. But then the other thing is we got 2 tunnels that gotta get.
Yep. So
That's
right
about-
now, the goal of the Foundation, as I understand it, is to get trains back to Saltillo, which is 8 or 9 miles away by rail. And then once we get to that point, then fundraising will begin to go up the mountain and through those 2 tunnels. They've had drones running through the tunnels, so we know the condition of them and how much it'll probably take to restore. But, that is still years away. But the way to help it is to, become a member of the Friends of the East Broadtop, because with that opportunity, you can then, by the way, Flanagan, I'm
Yeah.
going to give you a hint. If you spawn a hopper car at a place, you have to set it for operations to unload at said place.
Okay. I figured
So
I was doing something wrong.
I just got the hopper that's at Bryson unloading into the tipple there. So,
Figure I was gonna at least do one thing wrong. Besides apparently run into an invisible siding and bin my train 5 times.
yep.
So I see that on the one siding in Ella, there is a West Bryson interchange car, 2 cars from the back. I am not digging that out. That can wait for that cut to turn over. I will grab the 2 at the farm supply track, though.
PXCK, favorite part of the mod so far. My personal favorite is just it kind of breathed new life into the game and gave us more interesting things to do. It's definitely a lot more traffic. I think that much is fair to say. In the QNS video I recorded today, I stated that it's kind of changed the operations of the QNS from what they were. For in some ways the better, in some ways the worse. But it's definitely breathed new life into it. I personally would like to see more happen. However, I will always maintain personally, please give me a combine. Where's my combine? I want a combine. Angry, your thoughts?
Well,
Frickin' foamer.
I don't know about a combine. I was thinking about a combine caboose.
No, I want Midland wants combine. Not a camboose, a combine.
But I also got to face the facts. I don't know how to really model rolling stock. So I just stick the steam engines. They're easier.
Yes, a not box on wheels is easier than a box on wheels. Though, in fairness, I have no room to speak. I've tried modeling in Blender and 3ds Max, and my CAD-based brain cannot get around it at all.
I'll be right back.
And Eric Brinker, thank you for giving another membership. Appreciate that, man.
What I'll say with like having a CAD brain going into Blender, you just got to shut it off, because CAD, you really like have to. I've watched Elijah use CAD, and you have to know all the angles and all that. Blender, you just dumb it down. You have
I
the
need
shapes,
to-
you just stretch it, and
Yeah,
You're good to
my
go.
issue is I need to be able to dimension something properly, and in Blender I cannot.
That was the fastest processing of one car I've ever seen.
Did it just go yoink?
This one coal hopper that I dropped off about 20 minutes ago is already unloaded. Yeah, that's not, and it's like at the back of the cut. It's gonna wait.
Is it for the tipple or is it for something else?
No, it's for the Birdstown.
Gotcha. Speaking of, be aware the westbound Civil Flyer is in Ella.
Okay. I am now in control of the switch engine at Bryson. I am heading to West Bryson to do some switching.
Roger that.
There is still a cut of coppers for a Larka that needs to leave the yard at Bryson, but now I at least have frames to do stuff. Oh, and I just remembered there's still like 5 cut or you took a lot of cars that I didn't think you would. Okay. There's a lot of cars for Birdtown still. But oh well, that's a
Yeah, I only
future problem.
took 2 cuts out of the east yard. Was there no Y at Silva?
There is no Y.
We never
Silva.
installed it, remember?
Yeah. We never installed the Silva Y because we didn't like how it was done, and there still is no Y in Silva. Plus, this was just going to be easier. And it actually makes it easier getting these cars into the station track, too.
I mean, if yous aren't planning to use the Silva Industries, I can send you my work in progress mod because it has a Y that isn't stupid.
I think we would
It's up to
rather
you guys.
wait until that was completely done. That way.
Well, it is done. The only issue is we're trying to figure out why the P3 track won't unload pulpwood.
Ah.
That's a slight issue.
Only slight.
And Celestial Caboose, I don't know how I feel about the 080 with a 6-axle tender.
Look at the
Cry
Erie
about it, you
080s.
foamer, the future is now.
Look at the Erie 080s. They basically
Yep.
have the same thing.
Well, so did the New Haven, but that was for strategy.
The New Haven had strategy.
Yeah.
Womp womp.
But the New Haven and the Erie, maybe the B&O, I don't know. I don't really know about the B&O, but I know that the Erie and the New Haven, they were not allowed to just buy bigger tenders for their larger passenger Pacifics. So they got new 080s with the bigger tenders, and when they arrived, they put the bigger tenders on the Pacifics and the Pacific tenders on the 080s.
Yeah. What do you think of them apples?
That's one way to do it.
I have returned.
DXCK, enjoy
Welcome
the stream.
back.
We'll check out the vid soon for the QNS. Hopefully that will be soon after the stream. I'm almost done editing it. I just need to add music and then upload it. But yes, it will be coming later tonight for members and then next Thursday for the public. And actually, the public should keep an eye out on my channel next week because I'm going to have 3 videos coming out.
All right. It's time to get this random cut of cars that I've seen multiple people now comment on.
Multiple people are like, this random cut of cars, please move it.
Well, I know like Shea Burton was like, what the hell is that? Why are there random cars stuck on this main lead into your West Bryson Industries? So this is the next cut of cars for Ella. So that's going to be put in the yard at Bryson. But we just need to get it out earlier. And unfortunately, this is where it was decided to be. So, as you can see, there's a lot of cars for Birdtown. We probably need just like a dedicated Birdtown, like,
Switcher.
not that we don't already, but we need a dedicated Birdtown everything at this point.
Basically a Birdtown local or Birdtown transfer.
Yeah.
For a second there, I
And
thought I
Shea
had a-
Burton says they want to still see multiple tenders on locos as an option. Are you talking about like auxiliary tenders? I'm assuming that's what they mean.
I think they mean either auxiliaries or
I think they
having,
mean
like a checkbox.
the ability
or
to
something.
interchange them out.
Yeah.
Oh.
The problem with that is each locomotive would have to have their own specific tenders modeled for them, because only like maybe 1 or 2 tenders have the same deck height as the locomotive itself. Some are lower, some are taller.
Oh, what was with the random oil cars? They are probably for one of the industries over there, which now we have 82 pounds of pressure. I'm confident we can actually back this ass up.
I just realized I never once paid attention to the journal boxes taking those cars over to Silva.
Oh. Well, you didn't get a hot box, so congratulations to you.
I thought
I forgot that was a mechanic.
I thought I had a hot box, but then I realized I still have my cylinder cocks open.
Womp womp. While we slowly back up, are there any cars that need to be switched out? So there's one there. Those are all still good. No, I've got the hiccups, of course. Those 3 are fine. That car could go. That's there. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so this is a chemical plant. So it is unloading slurry and chemicals in here. So we have a handful of cars we could get from there. And then right over here is Bryson Steam and Electricity. So that's just dropping hopper after hopper of coal. And then you have over here a boxcar of just miscellaneous parts, and those are unloading still. So that's the West Bryson Industries. We'll see if we get anything for East Bryson.
And
But
I will
looks
say,
like
for
on
those
this-
watching my
we've
stream,
got-
for those watching my stream, be aware, my frame rate's going to start dropping because I'm approaching Bryson.
That makes a lot of sense.
But I've got stuff for both ELA and Paperboard, yeah. So I'll start switching those out. I will be coming in on track 2. All of their switches are lined for the main currently.
Excellent. I'm currently coming in on track 1.
Hey, Plague Doctor.
Yo.
You alright if I sneak all the way out on the main? And then come out onto the main track while you're working the siding?
Main's currently occupied.
I'll hold short of the block. Or the control point or whatever it is.
Be aware, there is a 3-bay hopper in the Bryson yard that has a hot box.
I'm sorry, what?
There is a 3-bay hopper in the Bryson yard that has a hot box.
What track?
Track 4. It is a gray hopper.
Gray hopper on 4. I'm coming in on 5, so I will address it when I start breaking up this cut.
Bro, I hit a car. I coupled into a car at 4 miles an hour and it derailed.
Be
This
aware,
is so
the,
dumb.
the car number is SPSF 105306.
I blame General.
Is definitely General's fault.
I think he was supposed to be on oiling the cars duty.
Okay. And time for the frames to start dropping. Trying to think how the best way to get the best amount of frames on here. Uh, 97 Cobra. It would be cool if the creators of the game extended the line from Andrews all the way to Murphy, where this line officially ends. We had this conversation
Last time.
You know, it would be cool, certainly, to have more maps with the option to, you know, let's say like, hey, here's the Andrews, you know, or the Murphy branch. Here is this, but there's also a lot that's already in game for us to do, and now the modding community has really stepped up their game, literally, of adding new industries, new tracks. I mean, there's a lot for you to do with this. You know, in the future, maybe people will be able to say like, hey, I'm going to model.
Well, there's modders that
Yeah.
are that are looking into how to like decode the game so that they can figure out how to make terrain generation a mod.
You know, personally, I think it'd be cool if you could have like the ability to create a, maybe not necessarily like an official mod, but or official map, but hey, you could do, I decided I'm going to model this branch line, and that could be an alternate map for you to play on. Or, you know, I'm going to do, you know, like for us who work on the EBT, the Huntington and Broad Top was the other big railroad. Well, not big, it was a tiny railroad, but it was essentially both a joint line between the PRR and the B&O, and it also had a lot of switchbacks and cool things to get to coal mines. So it would have a variety of traffic, and it's about the same length as Railroader, you know, map. So, you know, maybe one day if someone ever modded that, that could be cool. But I'm not holding my breath for it. You know?
Well, there's also a gauge changer mod, so technically, you know, you could make the EBT.
Damn right, we could make the EBT.
We could restore the main line and then restore it and run it on the main line.
Well, you forget that we restored the main line, then we restored the locomotive, so we said that we restored it and ran it on the main line.
Yes.
Okay, now how long is this cut for Ela?
All right, be aware the Silva Flyer is heading off to its storage track.
Okay.
Extra 106 is crossing the bridge at Ela, coming back to Bryson.
Okay, be advised you may be asked to hold the main outside of Bryson while some switching occurs.
All right.
Oh, you're right. I can see it. I can see the smoke coming off that hopper.
Yeah. I saw it when I was coming into the yard. I'm like, well, there's my first hotbox in the game.
Yeah, I
That's
saw
your
it on your
first
stream,
Xbox?
Midland.
But yeah, be advised the Silva Flyer is currently occupying the main in order to switch its consist onto the passenger storage track.
Gotcha.
After this occurs, number 8 will be heading off to the roundhouse for servicing and to be put away.
Wow, those cars pay out a lot of money.
Yeah. If you notice, we've made like 10 grand this stream, if not more.
We have, actually. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and apply a handbrake on this cut. And ride this cut as well.
I will say, my frame rate right now in Bryson's a lot better than it was when I left Bryson. Am I far
Makes sense.
enough? Am I far enough? Nope, I'm not far enough.
And 97 Vancouver Racing. Yeah, I know they haven't had a train west of Nantahala since like the 1970s. I know the Great Smoky Mountain Railroad owns a portion of it. And then I think there's actually like a Public Works Commission or something that's actually looking to restore service on more of the Murphy branch for freight or for like a second tourist operation or rail bikes.
Well, wasn't
I know
part
they
of the
were-
railroad owned by like the Blue Ridge Southern or something?
Yeah, there's some weird thing where multiple companies own multiple things.
Yeah.
Personally, I can understand the sentiment of like going all the way to Murphy because, you know, that's where the actual interchange point was. I'd rather a new map altogether.
Yeah. I mean, we've been playing on this map now for what, 7 months, 8 months?
Yeah.
8 months. No. August, September. 7.
Yeah.
7.
7
Something like
months
that.
on the same map, and for it to get refreshed even a little bit for us, we needed to like heavily modify it, or have people heavily modify it. Which is nice. It is awesome. But when you can just have more than one map, it'd be great.
Yeah. Personally, the day that, like, should we ever get map tools, my ass is sitting down with a 12-pack of soda, track schematics, and I'm laying out 380 miles.
Understandable.
Yeah, because my stupid ass wants the entirety of the Western Maryland. Can the game handle that? More than likely not.
But it'd be fun to watch it try.
I need to hold outside of Bryson, right?
Yes.
Alright, I'm stopping.
Yeah, I'll be out of your way
Because
shortly.
there's going to be a freight spotted on track 2.
And track 1 is currently blocked. Now, here's a fun fact that's angry. To fix a hotbox, you can't just put oil on it.
I know I have to get that car out and then put it on the repair track.
Yep.
For what it's actually, is there anything on track? Oh no, wait, there's other interchanged cars here. Okay, yep, never mind. I'll just.
Oh.
Blocking the crossing, are you?
I mean, it's a private crossing, therefore it doesn't matter. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Well, I mean, once you disconnect the cars, they can get around at least half of it.
Who said anything about disconnecting the cars?
Oh, okay, never mind.
This is a company town. The railroad owns the town. We do what we want.
I hear the whistle over there. I know you're on my rear.
Oh
Everyone
no, I
request-
was over by the 462. I just want to hear the locomotive in the distance.
You know, I'm quite surprised at Midland. He did not have a Reading 6 on his locomotive.
That's a good point, actually.
Wanted to change it up a little bit.
Nope. Shouldn't have said anything.
Totally has nothing to do with the fact that for some reason my original whistles are broken.
How many cars do you have, Plague Doctor?
I have 8.
Plague Doctor, you are clear to enter the Bryson Yard. You will be putting your cars on track 6.
Okie dokie.
Your switches will be lined for your movement.
Roger that.
Let's see here. Oh, there we go. Let's put that one on.
Tim's, what's going on over there?
Great question. Working on that at the moment.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
Well,
so
given
very
his
top
current
track.
direction of travel, it likely involved a 5% downgrade. Would be my guess.
Oh, me?
Yes.
Oh, no. It did not, actually. I'm still at Wesser somehow.
Yeah, Tim's. What's your ETA on getting out of there?
I'm wrapping it up now. I'm reassembling the train.
Copy that. I will hold at Topton. Let me know when you get halfway between 85 and 86.
Got it. I will have to stop for... I'll probably stop for water, and I need to pick up the second helper at Notnala, so...
Right. Okay, then I might actually just head over there now. So I think you might be short
Yeah.
enough to sneak around on the passing track. So we'll just do that.
Oh, I have no idea. I'll see when I assemble the full train. Sorry for the delay. I'm not familiar with this section of track.
Alright. Angry, do you want me to just put the locomotive away, or do you want me to do anything?
If you want to, you can take the second cut of cars that is down for Alarka, drop those on the sidings at Alarka Junction, and bring down any hoppers from Robinson Gap to the yard here, and I will sort them from there.
Alright.
Angry, I have a mild problem. I cannot get started up at Topton. So, would we be able to just spawn me in a helper just to get me moving and then delete it afterwards?
Stand by.
Standing by.
What engine do you have, and how much is your tonnage?
P43 819. It will not start on the 3.2.
I would just back down to Roto.
I'll give him a push.
That's a lot of backing up.
Angry sounds like an AM radio host. Thank you.
This is your morning tunes with the Angry Ragtimer.
Oh, yes. Look what spawned in, ladies and gentlemen.
Is the banana train
So-
here?
It actually
The banana
spawned with the
train is
correct.
here.
It actually spawned with the correct color scheme. I'll allow it for just shoving your ass up the hill.
So, have you played with Fog at night.
I would like to see my train, thank you very much.
Where's the suspense in that?
I just turned the contrast all the way down. You can
The
see very easily.
suspensors.
On my way back to Bryson.
All right, I am shoving.
Be aware, Engine 8 is heading towards the servicing lead.
Okay.
Don't worry, it will not be in anyone's way, really, at all.
Do you think you're good there, JSJ? Do you think you have enough
I-
momentum to go over the hill?
I think I'm good. I was able to climb the hill steady, but once I stopped, I couldn't get going.
Okay.
So
Well, you're on your own again.
Did you just shove him over Red Marble and let him go?
He's not even over the top yet. I can see the hump.
he shoved me like 20 foot to get me going, and that's it. So
Pretty much.
Couldn't see my train there for a second. All right. Let's refill the coal bunker here a little bit.
I need to get the I2 done. Like, I need to find time to finish that, just so I can empty out cool towers with a single tender.
All right. Well, JSJ is now over Topton.
Wait, that entire round trip, I only used 2.5 tons of coal. Holy cow.
Oh, hey!
But,
I just realized this one car has a freaking hotbox on it.
I'm gonna get the hot box off your train.
You mean the train that's currently
Sam.
speeding out of the yard? Yes, the train that is currently speeding out of the yard.
It's in God's hands now.
I'm on the move.
S.
copy that.
and
We will.
R,
Extra
M,
101 is
defect
leaving Western.
detector. Milepost.
It's fine, defect detectors didn't come around until the 70s.
Milepost. 50.
You
65.
have a defect.
Yeah, there it is.
You have a defect. Repeat. You have a defect. Hotbox.
All right, well, we're going to grab the cars that are destined for the interchange. We're going to take them down to the interchange. And then chase him down. No. I'm not chasing down other trains. I got enough on my plate.
What if chasing his train down caused another hotbox on your train?
Actually, while I'm just cruising at 6 miles an hour. Oh, that would have been a hot box.
There's a couple there that are
What?
pretty close, aren't there?
Let's just start going down this train that's bound for Ela. And oil all the things.
This train that's bound for glory?
Train that's bound for the interchange I will look at momentarily.
Alright, I'm leaving Wester right now. I've already got some speed.
Come on, game.
I should just get the second helper ready.
Yeah, just remember that you will be meeting another train at Anhala.
Yeah. We shall see. If I get there first, I can get that helper out of storage for you.
Alright, that'd be very helpful. Thank you.
More like this train is bound for dirt. No, we don't want to bin anything.
No binning.
No binning.
So, some of us have been pretty good at that so far.
No purposeful binning.
Yeah, I'm just incompetent. I haven't played this game in a little bit.
Well, I usually play with derailments off because
Same here.
The derailments aren't.
Yeah, same.
They're not realistic
Okay.
enough.
Yeah, I don't play with derailments because I like to just go 80 miles an hour.
Oh yeah. That's another reason.
But that
Yeah.
mod has not been updated yet, has it? Or has it been?
It has.
Ooh,
We will not be using that mod in this mod pack.
damn.
Doesn't mean I can't use it on my own railroad.
You're correct.
Angry.
Yeah.
I am going to suggest, because of the amount of cars for Birdstown until we install that yard, I don't want to take anything else up there because it's just like a ginormous switch game. Once
Switch
you pull
game, you
in,
say?
like there's no option.
Interesting.
Which game you say?
Yeah, you'd be. Don't get me wrong, I like it. I like the fact that Birdstown is what it is. It's just it's a lot when you were hoping to do a whole lot more. Like I was really hoping to get all 3 cuts up, but I only got 1 cut and had to switch it all, or else I wasn't gonna be able to bring the next one in.
So what you're saying is we have to have like a dedicated Bird Town session.
Switcher.
Yeah, basically.
Oh my god.
The Tim cooling has been enabled. I now have a fan on my desk.
I'm gonna toss this in general voice chat here. Found this on another Discord server. It's a little sports switcher. It's got a spoiler. Looks
Oh,
like a
boy.
little plane.
Oh God.
Who else streams this where? So Midland 1072 Productions, who is linked in the description, is also streaming his point of view.
And I stream fairly
If you would like to
regularly
see that.
on different days. In fact, I'll be streaming probably next either Monday or Tuesday. I haven't decided which, but that one of those two is actually going to be our community night where we play games with the community. On my side, that would be the support crew, the people who, pay monthly, and to kind of show some appreciation to those folks and let them join in on the fun a little bit. I have a special dedicated save for that using the same mod pack. However, it is my community save, so we can get up to all sorts of chaos and fun there.
And I do also plan to have my usual chaos save at some point in the near future as well. I don't think that'll be this weekend. I think my weekend is getting tied up very quickly. But we'll find a time, maybe Sunday.
Okay, Tim's, you are lined for the siding.
Alright, I'm
not
stopping
main.
for water there right now.
Right, forgot about that part. Okay.
Personally, I think the water tower in Anahala needs moved onto an actual siding and not just blocking the main.
Yeah, that'd be nice,
Yeah.
but I guess I'm just gonna have to block the man. Don't want to run out of water.
Angry.
Yep.
Actually, I'd be fine.
Just slip in the yard and then head into the east yard.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep. I am heading west towards West Bryson.
Wait, are you chasing after Plague Doctor's train?
No, I'm taking the cut of cars that Plague Doctor just brought in.
Oh, cool.
Over
I
to
got
the
2 hot
interchange.
boxes.
Gotcha.
Wait, what? Really?
There's another hot box.
Yeah, another one just spawned.
That's a contract car. That's not our problem.
I blame whatever railroad it came from.
I don't think that's how
I mean,
that works.
Flanagan has a point.
Nope.
L-
Nope.
like,
That's how this works here.
The journal boxes have 69% oil in it. Funny.
Nice.
Nice.
At 69.
Oh no, wait, never mind. It's 25%. What the hell was that? Oh, it's the car behind it that has 69%.
That's still pretty nice.
Still pretty good. Okay. This much
Alright,
like
filling the first engine with water.
All right.
You know what? I'm just gonna hang on the side. It's fine.
Alrighty. I am stopped here, Nanahala. I will get your helper out of the engine shed for you.
Thank you. It's much appreciated.
Well, I can't do too much else because you're kind of blocking the main, so.
Yeah, I really needed the water though. Probably could use coal, but I'll wait till I injured for that.
I don't think we have
Oh.
any coal anywhere.
That would,
Great.
So,
that would explain why this 3-bay hopper has 14% condition on it.
Whoops.
Oh well, it can
Once
just
again,
be
General, why'd you do it?
General.
the
all your
two
fault, General.
cars that have the hot boxes. They can just be repaired at Alarka.
Yep. That is officially an Alarka problem.
I ain't got time to deal with
97
time
Cobra,
right
no,
now.
this is not the save for chaos. We do that on other saves. This is our Flanagan will beat us in real life if we goof save.
Well, in a way, it's chaos with all the lag and the amount of cars.
In my incompetence.
You said just shove everything in the yard here.
So
Oh,
one
God,
question
my
kind of
passenger
interesting about
train
who
is
pays for the
full.
hot bear, who pays for the hot box repair?
General.
We do.
No.
The railroad.
It comes out. It comes out of General's personal fund.
Good idea.
Hey, Angry.
Yep.
I'm gonna at least run the iron ore cars up because there is obviously room up there for those.
Okay.
So I'm gonna use the west yard for the middle yard for room.
Okay.
I might have to just take all these cars down to Alarka. Because there's an entire track and like 1/3 of a track full here at the Y for Alarka.
I need the Jeopardy theme song while filling water. That's how long this is taking.
What tender you have?
I'm not sure. I'm checking. I have the B65.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So
2
you know, it was
hours
at about
later.
50%. Yeah, it was at like 50%. Luckily, the one behind me is less, and it's fuller. So you know, just filling all of them, so I don't run out. It'd probably be fine, but better safe than sorry. I don't know the
Is
territory
there anybody? Is there anybody that wants daylight?
I like running
Yes.
at night.
let me please
I'm using ugly.
let me
I'm
please put
using
these
art-
cut in before you do that. I
I'm
will
using
yoink
art-
everything out of the interchange before pain and suffering begins again.
No. I changed the interchange time to 10 a.m., so I was gonna at least advance time to
Oh.
7.
I love you.
So that
Tim,
way,
Nice.
your Santa Fe is now hooked up.
Yeah,
Everything
so-
else is up to you.
Yeah, I saw that. I cut it in and everything. Or I got it. Yeah, I have it cut out and mute. I'm running from the middle locomotive.
so everybody all right advancing to daylight.
Yes, please, because then
Yep.
I can have it look nice again without, you know, it being dark. Wow, it's so much
There.
nicer.
There we go.
Ah,
Oh, yes, the nuke's
Alright.
going off in the
The
distance.
first tender's full.
Yeah. Ah, yes.
oh man.
This is
Oh,
now
yeah,
the plot of
here.
a Fallout
Let me get
video game.
I think we're gonna need a longer passenger train next time because this is full and there's still 128 people at Nanahala.
Well, that's your fault for not running a faster service. Duh.
How long is the passenger train that you have?
Pretty
Cars.
Yeah, 8 cars.
No, it's probably my fault. This
Eight
freight is the
hang
slowest
on.
freight on the railroad.
8 actual passenger cars, or 8 total, counting the engine and tender?
7 heavyweight or 7 lightweights and ops car.
Okay.
Yeah.
613 passenger capacity.
Once I get out of the way, the passenger should be able to go fast.
I would
Just like
love.
Sonic.
I would love for some CNW bi-level cars from the Steam era.
Sounds like fun.
I think they had like 128 capacity or something like that.
Okay. So I'm finally doing some switching in West.
West
I'm about to say
Bryson.
West Ela. Yes, West Bryson.
Finally.
That is the place that I am.
Well, that's West Ela.
Let's just go.
It is West Ela. It's Wester Ela.
Yeah, it's West Ela. All right. Move. I'm gonna get moving. That way, you can let everyone else through.
I think it would have been smarter to leave the stuff that's bound for the interchange at Hewitt and just pick it up when you come back instead of hauling it all the way over to Andrews and back.
Yeah, probably.
I would leave it on the
But,
one of the side on the tracks in Anahala.
Yeah, I'll just leave it.
Don't take it with
there.
you.
Yeah.
Just please get out of my way first.
Yep. Will do.
Okay, so
Luckily, you fit in the siding, so I can get past.
that train that I carried out of the yard, which was about 17 cars, I'm up to 47.
That's cool.
I'm heading towards Alarka with it all because otherwise you wouldn't have been able to get a train past the little yard there at Alarka Junction.
I still have some train behind that hill.
I'm just getting closer to the signal here.
Yeah, I know. I was just telling you. It's all right. It's mostly good now.
Yeah,
it's
you
just
do
been
have a
for
lot
little
of
bit.
train on that hill, Jesus.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna leave those green cars here.
This train's giving Western Maryland vibes.
As all trains should.
Yeah.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
I'm talking about like hoppers, couple box cars, kind of a deal.
CNW bi-levels with a cab car and a gong bell. No.
No, not those
Just-
bi-levels. Just the like the yellow ones with the green tops that were just passenger only. Those came around, I want to say like 52. They were mostly hauled by like 462s, 460s.
Yeah. And weren't some of the Southern Pacific bi-levels hauled by 462s?
Yeah, and then the Jeeps came in and replaced them. You know, considering Ella's got a house track, I'm surprised Cochrane don't have one. Then again, Almond don't either.
You don't need a house track, you just throw it out the side as you go past.
As is
Works for me.
tradition.
What if it's cans of milk?
Too bad. Better be good at catching.
Just have a trough next to the track for the milk.
Just better be good at catching. That's all you gotta do. Be good at catching.
Anywho.
Is this one car literally the only car on this line? Motherfucker. Okay.
Yeah, it is. And then on the next track, you have 2 cuts. There's a small cut and then the hoppers. And then on track 4, it's all 1 cut. It's done a little weirdly. At this point, I would just focus on getting it out of there rather than putting it anywhere specific.
Yeah.
I don't know if all of it will fit in the West Bryson yard, but if it does, I'd say leave it there, run around it, and then get the stuff in the interchange. Yeah, no, it's going to be too long, I think. Never mind.
Yep. Now we are starting to wind down the stream here. We'll probably go a little over our normal 3-hour thing here. But a huge thank you to everyone who has been watching and interacting in the chat, and the couple of people who super chatted and joined as members. Thank you very much to all of you. Reminder that we do stream a handful of times a week. Just depends on the week. And I know I have content usually out 2-3 times a week. Midland has content when he can, and obviously streams a few times a week as well. So if you're not already a subscriber of either of our channels, please consider doing so. And a huge thank you to all of the people who are channel members who contribute a little bit to help with various things. I know we've talked a little bit about the Midland Storage Fund, the Angry Ragtimers Poor Choice Fund, and other things. So a huge thank you to all of you who have elected to support us and sometimes decide that you like to see us suffer and just cause all sorts of chaos, which is great.
On that front, I do seriously want to say thank you and add on to a thank you on that, because without you guys, I would be going a month, 2, maybe 3, maybe even more with a drive that is potentially dying
On its last legs.
And you guys made it so I was able to buy a new drive and get it here as quickly as it was. So sincerely, thank you. And as JSJ just very helpfully put $5 towards the Midland Needs More Storage Fund. Exactly.
Camera fund.
No, it needs more
It's a
camera
C, not an
fund.
S.
I don't need more camera. I need more camera accessories.
Well,
he sells camera and camera accessories.
That's too much of a mouthful.
But,
so it's going to stick to the Midland Needs More Camera fund.
So
yes, sir.
Thank you, JSJ, and thank you
You
to
want
all the
you want
viewers.
something photogenic for your stream, real quick,
Yeah, give me a second. I'm coupling to another cut.
or should I say a run by for your stream?
Yes.
Go to the crossing just east, out of yard limits.
Leaving on a
Crossing.
nail. Now, geez, not nail. Wow. My Englishing is not good today.
I am at the crossing. Should I be facing east or west?
Face
be right back.
west. Because I'm going to be heading east.
Okay.
East of Bryson? Hold on, I gotta get my camera out. I just see a mountain of steam erupting in the distance.
Seem to have taken the wrong route on accident.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I didn't even notice. And I checked the map, and then I'm like, wait, that's the wrong way. Oh, this will be fun to shove back and take the correct path. Very fun. I've actually never run up this far before.
Big train go burr.
The big train is here. All hail the big train.
Very nice. I have a mildly large train.
Trying to make a good run at the hill with those 210-2s.
No, that was just photogenic.
Nice.
Nice.
And now I'm going to take a cut of cars over to the west yard here, drop them, come back, move the long cut in, and then grab the other cars. That way the interchange is clear.
Most excellent.
Much good.
That'll probably be once where we end the stream is once I get that kind of sorted out here. But yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
I love nothing more than two fat hauling engines slugging. I know they're not really doing a whole lot of work, but just hauling a lot of hoppers.
Oh, and Tare has appeared. And Josh
And
Perry,
they're
here's a
late.
question for you, chat people on Discord. What is your favorite Australian steam train? The one that runs. I don't really know Australian steam.
I'd have to agree with Angry on that one.
The one that moves. Yeah, I don't know Australian steam. I've seen some, like video of some. I wouldn't necessarily. It's nice that there's steam, and there's some steam that runs, but I don't know enough to really have a favorite. So it's one of those like I have no opinion, but it's steam and it's cool.
And Pare is asking, is broken hard drive why Midland stream broke before?
We're fairly certain that's why. Basically, for whatever reason, there was something on that drive, and we're fairly certain it was a physical characteristic of the drive that was causing it to go 100 to 100% active time all the time. And as a result of being 100% active, it didn't have any data rate spare, at least it didn't think it did, to do really anything else, even though technically there was nothing reading or writing to it. And looking into whatever performance metrics I could, it was pretty much like, yeah, no, this... About the only thing that could be causing this is the drive is dying and doesn't think it's dying. So, therefore, new drive.
I am now moving up the correct way to Andrews.
Cool.
Angry, we're gonna have to have a talk off stream. I got another idea.
No.
Please,
No more
no
mods.
more mods.
And again.
No, this is completely separate from Saluda and Red Marble.
Oh god.
Oh boy. There's a second server with blackjack and hookers. You know what? Forget the server. Okay, we'll see how
Speaking
long
of
this cut
ideas.
is.
I'm just gonna railroads online it.
Speaking of ideas, Angry, did you get the idea I DM'd you earlier in the day?
Today I was kind of preoccupado with various bits of stuff, so
Understandably so.
I probably read it, but I probably did not absorb.
Understandably so. Well, it's in your DMs for whenever you have time.
Excellent. Thank you, Josh Perry. Alrighty, let's see. How long of a train do I have? Enough that it might fit in here. Okay.
John Rhodes, Midland, don't feel bad. Your computer doesn't even run around Supermarket Simulator. You might need an upgrade. Yeah, I think you might.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you could upgrade your computer to play some higher end games, then you could play as the race on the Sugandis.
Oh, God.
The Sugandis nuts.
I knew... Somehow...
There it is.
Somehow, I knew that's exactly where you were going with that.
We are at coupling speed right now, 4 miles an hour.
With all that power, you're still going that slow?
Yes, I am currently railroads onlining it though.
Ah,
100 100.
Yes.
I will go over there and I will spawn some power to help get you over the hill. And then
Yeah,
once you're over the
this
hill, I think
is-
we'll cut
this
the
is-
stream there.
Yes, this is surprisingly not working. I don't even think I'm fully on the hill yet.
Oh, you're barely on the hill, but I will
Oh.
I will help you.
Oh yeah, I am on the hill. That's probably why I am going 3 miles an hour. This rate, I might as well just start getting out and pushing.
Stand by. Oh, I am
Yep.
still coupled to my other locomotive. I need to dump that.
Everything's fine. You're good. I got your other choo-choo.
Thank you.
Everything is under control.
Why does that make me sound like nothing's under control?
Well, that depends on your definition of nothing's under control. I'm currently only moving at 4 miles an hour and don't have my hand on the throttle. Therefore, am I technically under control? These are the
Okay.
philosophical questions, folks.
It
we don't want to be
depends.
using the GP38 for this. It's supposed to be transition era, so
Yeah, that's
that's
why
why they
John
didn't
Rhodes.
spawn in.
And I think I'm about to stall because I'm at 1 mile an hour.
Well, then you're in luck because I've got 5 GP9s about to couple up to you.
Beautiful. I'm assuming it's coming from behind. Yep, that is 5
What?
GP9s.
Push. All right, now we're getting somewhere. Those GP9 could have been more colorful when spawned as like a whole fruit salad train. Yeah, I've got blueberries, I've got strawberries, I've got oranges, I've got whatever the hell this brownish black color is, and a banana train. Guess it's coconut. Hey, well, at least we're going up Red Marble at 15 miles an hour. Thank God for GP9s.
All hail the GP9.
Yes, Ryan Silehammer, the Kiwi train. Well, Banana Train is an SW1, but if we got all these colorful GP9s, we got to work with it, you know?
I
And the
think
lemon
I'm
train.
going to just skip Almond. Because my train is full and no one is getting off there, so there's no point to stop. So I'm just gonna run through Almond.
Understood.
He's gonna highball through the yard?
Yes.
That kicked car has about 3/4 of a mile of rolling to do. Let's see if it does it.
Oh God.
All right, 18 miles an hour.
We have 17 at the head end. Was 18 a minute ago.
Slack action.
Probably.
Yeah, now we're at 17 here at the rear.
Alright. Take a little speed off the head end. I'll give more power to the head end by.
Wait, you mean you're not giving it your all? We're trying to get over this hill, sir.
Oh, yeah.
I'm back.
Railroad's aligning it.
Angry, got a question for you.
I have an answer.
So, all the cars are delivered to Alarka. They're sitting in the yard. I'm heading back to Brayson. I'm heading back tender first. Do you want me to go up to the coal mine and get the coal hoppers?
Yes.
Okay.
Clear chunk.
Okay. Wow, we have slowed down to 12 miles an hour.
You probably like hit the 5.5% section or something.
Oh, we are, I'm sure.
Oh, no. Now I'm just railroads aligning it instead of, like, trimming the reverser.
Could you do me a favor and actually try to give your locomotives power, please? Cause
Yes. We now have 90% cutoff. That should increase the speeds.
Notch it back to like 70.
Yeah, I'm notch it to 70, please.
Yeah, going
We're at 70.
12 to 70 is.
You're now at 70. Probably bring it back even further at some point.
Alrighty. Well, I didn't expect to be helping someone up Red Marble today, but here we are. We're making it happen, folks. We're doing it live.
You
We're
may
doing
be
it live.
wondering how- you may
I
be
didn't
wondering
expect
how
to
I
be
ended
selling
up
on Red
here.
Marble.
Who needs to be limed? Your mom, Cobra Racing.
Oh God.
Well, we have legally distinct
Sorry, I have
limes
no
spelled
idea
with a
what's
Y.
I'm going to put you in timeout for a minute because you're saying some weird shit.
Well, Tare needs to go to bed.
Yeah, isn't Tari in the UK?
Yeah.
So it's like 2 a.m. for him.
Late. I think it's more like 3 or 4.
2 or 3.
All right, so it was close.
97 Cobra Racing. Who needs to be limed? John Rhodes saying Cobra. Usually all of chat.
So, sounds about right.
Limes for everyone.
Everybody gets limes
Oh.
today.
We have legally distinct limes with a Y instead of an I.
What the hell? God damn, my game is freaking the hell out.
Those limes, that's the one that we have.
Yeah, they're spelled with a Y, I'm pretty sure. So they're legally distinct and no one gets sued.
Do the limes taste like creosote and smell like Kenosha?
Always.
Alrighty, we've passed Grand County Paper or Pulpwood. We are almost at the top of the hill.
Good. Let's see
The
where.
head end, depending on how long that train is, the head end actually should be almost there.
Now I'm watching the head end.
Yeah, no, I'm looking. I just looked ahead. Got just a little bit to go. Yeah, it's just that curve there. And a little bit of, and like 100 feet of straight track, and then I'm over the hill on the front.
Yay, hotbox.
A third one?
Well, technically, wouldn't it be like the fifth or whatnot?
I've only heard of 2 others. So
Well, there was one early on, then there was the 2 I had.
oh, okay. I didn't know about the one early on.
I love how we're actually going uphill at a fast enough speed that I heard a little bit of a squeal.
You're finally
Nice.
getting
That's
the French
impressive.
squeal.
I mean, if you think about it, there's like 10 locomotives on this train.
Still not enough.
I mean, it's enough to get me over the hill here. I'm not
Never
gonna-
enough power.
I mean, no. But it's just enough to do this.
I think the fastest I've ever gotten up Red Marble is like 35.
Nice.
All right, and I've got good news.
I'm
You're
at the top
over
of the
Red
hill.
Marble.
Yeah, I am
Yes.
officially over the hill. And now I'm going to immediately pick up like 500 miles an hour of speed. I'm going to set a new land speed record at this rate.
Alright.
Alright. I can probably cut some of the throttle.
You are on your own.
Yep. I'm cutting back to like half throttle, so actually I'm just going to cut the throttle so I don't like
And with this, as you climb over Red Marble, we're going to call it here today.
Alright.
We've been doing a lot of train running, but
yeah.
thank you everyone who's tuned in. Thank you to everyone participating.
Yep.
We'll let you know when we stream the
Nope.
next time.
Oh,
But
perfect.
otherwise, we will
Alright, I'll stop this train then.
Will it end?
right.
Well, folks, we are going to end the stream there. I hope you very much enjoyed. I just need to shove a little bit more, I think, to get these cars in. Otherwise, we'll be fouling the switch, and I don't want to be fouling the switch. That doesn't sound like a great idea. So as we do that, I do want to thank all of you very, very much for watching. It truly does help and truly does mean a lot to me. And I want to thank all of you for all of your assistance and support. And like I said, hopefully later tonight, we will be getting a new video, assuming I can get it edited, which I hope to do, and for the members, and then it'll go public next weekend, or not next weekend, next Thursday. Jeez, you can tell my week's all sorts of fun. But until next time, folks, I do want to say thank you very, very much, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care, guys. Goodbye.